Hello and welcome to Boner City, USA, the podcast sponsored by DarkExplosion.com. Hey, we just got our own iTunes channels, our iTunes feed. Shut up, O'Neill. I'm not even introducing you idiots yet. We got our own iTunes channel and feed, so please go and subscribe to our new channel and leave a 5-star review and a rating. If you do that, leave a 5-star review, rating, and subscribe to us. Then email us at info@darkexplosion.com. We'll send you 10 free Boner City, USA stickers that you can put on your lunchbox, your car, your girlfriend, your dick, whatever you want.
Your locker.
And now, let me introduce the Boner City USA team. I am one of your 4 co-hosts, Dan Bollock, along with
Andrew Dewitt. Oh, ooga.
Okay, that was really. That's why I do the business before. That's why I mentioned the new thing before.
Nothing but hits straight out of the gate. Straight out of the gate. Nothing but hits.
The third member of our brain trust.
This is Ryan O'Neill.
Okay, it's not even that funny.
It's good. He does it
And
good.
the mayor of Boner City.
My name is Danis Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Okay, that.
And holler at your boy.
College boy.
Okay, that's fucking retarded.
Hey, Pete.
That is a good shout out to Pete.
Oh shit! Like let's go to the mailbag.
Wait, can I just say
Mail
something?
call.
Okay,
Let's do a mail call first. But
Let's go.
as a topic.
Well, we got a fucking awesome one from a guy named Price Collins. It's Darklink90 at Twitter. He says, "Truly a great podcast to listen to while doing nuclear research." And then we're like, "Oh, we tweeted him back. Oh, that's awesome." He's like, "No, I'm not even joking. I do research for nuclear reactors."
That's awesome. That really is awesome.
That guy listening to your retarded fucking beat-off stories.
What's his
working
name?
on-
Price?
Yeah, Price.
It's awesome, but
Bryce,
it's
you're a
also
good
kind of scary and alarming, I think.
No, dude, he's right on top of the
Maybe
things.
he'll come up with a new nucleus to
What if
dissect.
Boner City is responsible for like a nuclear meltdown? That'd be pretty sweet.
Or a mutation that, like, a new race of
Well,
super.
from the
Oh,
nuclear
yeah, that
meltdown.
leads to me getting the biggest arms ever in 2K13.
Add your 8-inch dick.
We'll
Yeah,
see.
8-inch
guy-
dick,
this game-
huge arms, baby strong,
This
all the way
guy
around.
may be like the Homer Simpson / Tommy Boy of the nuclear world. He's just in his office listening to the podcast.
He's like,
No, he
he's the son of the owner.
Yeah.
Why are you doing nuclear research on
I
Hotmail.com?
don't know if there's a lot of nepotism in the nuclear research.
Yeah, I don't think
It shows you how little you know
dad
about
landed
the
in the
nuclear
gig.
field.
Because the last time I checked, nuclear reactors weren't being made by Edmund and Sons nuclear reactor facility.
Hey, okay, then we got Will, who's Lance Cooley 0331, who just said, "Babe, Boner City USA got bitch slapped by my lady after explaining that she had a hobo pussy."
That is a
totally
great
worth it, is what he
comment.
says. He says totally worth it.
That guy may be the MVP of the comments. Yes, that was great.
He told his fucking.
I would have liked the hashtag Beef Cannon Bill after that.
Yeah.
The truth will set you free.
Hey, shave it up, lady, and you won't get those sorts of comments thrown at you.
Yeah, play that.
Was there pussy with a little stick and the red bandana?
A little satchel, like walking next to some train tracks.
Did he try to feed it like a can of beans, like by a fireplace?
Did
and
it,
that's
did
why
it put
she
some
got
clown
mad?
makeup on and try to get in a painting with red
Is
skull?
it taking shit under a freeway overpass?
Yeah, it's stealing pies that were cooling on windowsills.
Was it using dirty needles?
It was singing Jimmy Crack Corn with Pee Wee on the train.
Then we got Barnabas on Twitter. It was Barnavivable. He said, what did he say? Danish O'Neill grew up on a farm in Iowa, did all the stuff you talked about, went to Afghanistan and shit just like your dad. And then you guys tweeted back at him, and then he said it's called a cliffhanger. The higher the ledge, the greater the
That's
respect.
pretty awesome. Steve O'Neill was in the military, so he may have been doing this back then.
When I saw that tweet,
Fighting the Viet Cong.
when I saw that,
Shitting on them from
shit,
hundreds
how
of
high
feet.
can you shit on these dead Viet Cong?
when I saw that tweet, I thought that he was saying I went to Afghanistan and shit, like saying like how people say like, oh, I did this and shit.
Yeah,
But then
yeah.
he's saying shit like I didn't fully understand.
Yeah,
but-
you did. He did shit like your dad did.
Yeah.
No, he took.
No, he took a
shit.
shit.
Yeah.
I knew
shit.
immediately what this guy was talking about. That's farm speak right there.
So is that
I want to know how high too. What's his record?
Okay, so yeah,
taking a
tweet at
shit,
us
how
also.
Is that like, are they shitting from these distances just for the street cred, or is that the only way you can
it
shit?
sounds here because he says the higher the cliffhanger, the higher the ledge, the greater the
I
respect.
think
So this
that
is
there's no
street
indoor shitting areas, so they shit off cliffs. But then the higher you go,
Yeah, or just shitting
I've
your
got a
board.
theory,
A lot of
man.
downtime over there. You got to shit.
I think sometimes there's a guy shitting below you that's a pussy at the same
They
time.
won't climb up as high. And you're
And
like,
you
fuck
shit on that guy.
Yeah, metaphorically and
I
literally.
don't know if that's
yeah.
how it goes, but I think that maybe like in Vietnam with your dad, like there's probably lots of bugs and stuff. Like so he had to climb up high.
Oh, and there's like poisonous
So he could
snakes.
take
For the record, my
Take a
dad
shit and
enlisted in
peace.
Vietnam,
Oh, no.
trained in Germany. Then they saw him playing basketball. They pulled him out of Vietnam. He was going to head out.
what?
They stopped him, and then he played basketball for
Your
the
dad
rest
got
of his 4
drafted
years.
in the army.
No,
as a no,
he didn't even get drafted.
No.
He goes, "Fuck that! I want to go to Vietnam."
He signed up for Vietnam, and
and
they
he's
got pulled
pissed.
out of the war to
and
play
now that he looks
basketball.
back, he's pissed that he didn't end up
He doesn't
going.
have that fucking sweet cigar box. that
Everyone
ears
else
are
was
under
getting
control.
drafted. He said, "Fuck it, I'm
So
going."
maybe one day he got mad and he shit through a basketball hoop.
on top of the backboard.
Yeah.
That'd be impressive.
My old man had that crazy, like, he got drafted, but just figured, fuck it. He tried to get a deferment or whatever from his job, but then he said, fuck it. He sold all his property, sold his car, sold everything, was going, like, 6 a.m. the morning he was going to ship out of San Pedro to go on the boat to go to fucking Vietnam. The deferment papers came. He went, oh, fuck it. I'll go anyway. I already sold my car. What do I care?
Yeah,
I like
my
that.
uncle was in
Fucking
Vietnam,
awesome.
and my grandfather was in Korea, and then my other grandfather was in World War II. My uncles were in World War II, but on the other side.
Really?
Yeah,
You have Nazi uncles?
dude, they were 14. They were driving a tank. What choice did they have?
I don't
Not be a
know.
fucking
And my
Nazi.
other,
Not
my
be
other,
a Nazi is the
my
choice.
grandfather
Oh, my-
wasn't a Nazi. He was a doctor in the military.
Oh, experimenting on Jews.
No.
And your best friend is a fucking Jew?
Dude, you don't,
Danish is
you
your
understand
best
the
friend, and
times
your writing
back
partner-
then. You
Well,
don't
that's how far
understand
we
the
You
come.
times.
never, you
That's
never
not
joined.
right.
I
the
come
Na-
from a very
you
long-
never joined the Nazis.
I
You
came
just-
from a big
you say
military
no.
family, and I'm
So
following
that's-
in my grandfather's footsteps on the Nazi side.
So that's why you're a
the Nazi youth
That's why you're a
movement.
capoeira master because
Capoeira?
yeah,
Capoeira. You trying to
Capoeira
fight
master
dancing?
because
Oh, because all the
you
Nazis
learned
went
in
to Brazil.
You learned in Brazil, dude.
in Argentina.
Hitler's right-hand man, the doctor, went
Now-
down there and then started making twins in small villages.
You're not one of the boys from Brazil, are you?
He might be.
You're
He's
not,
quite the
like,
physical
cloned?
specimen. And then we got is it Billy Kamadal, at the Patient Zero on Twitter. He says, "Boner City, you guys are too freaking funny." That's a great comment. Thank you, Lee Krause, who's LB Krause. I fucking love your podcast and AFT. Keep rocking it out. Fernando Lagunas was asking about a stand-up show, and that brings us to our thing, the 12 Shiny Nickel show in Santa Monica
Yes.
on January 26th, a Saturday at 11 p.m. Ryan O'Neal will be performing.
Wait, did you just book me right
He'll be
now?
performing on that
Whoa.
show.
I just got booked
If you-
right now.
if you would like
Hey, well,
tickets-
Dan, I better check my schedule
Okay,
to see if I'm
fuck off.
available.
We're gonna get to your injury. You're-
Dreams can come true.
Okay, so anyway, we got a stand-up comedy show. Shut up, morons. We got a stand-up comedy show that DoorExplosion.com sponsors and produces called 12 Shiny Nickels. It's every Saturday at 11 o'clock at the MI West Side Theater in the 3rd Street Promenade in Santa Monica. Tickets are $5, but if you guys listening want free tickets, just hit us up, shoot us an email.
Is Andrew Dewitt on that
Shut
show?
the
I
fuck
am.
up.
I
No,
am.
you're on the one this weekend, dummy.
Oh
You're
fuck!
on the
Can I
one-
get moved to
No.
his show?
No, you can't.
Just do that show, too.
No, you can't. It's full.
I got to see who's on the roster to see if I want to perform.
Can you shut the fuck up so I can give people free tickets to come see your
Okay.
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
retarded ass?
Let him do his
Your
call
dumb,
to action.
retarded ass.
Go ahead, Dan.
You're stupid fucking.
Oh, you're inviting people to listen to the podcast? A lot of pressure now. I don't know if I can perform.
You probably can't. So anyway, if you want free tickets, it's every Saturday at 11 o'clock in Santa Monica. Just shoot us email at info@dorkexplosion.com or tweet at us or hit us up on
Also,
Facebook.
something that separates us from other stand-up shows is that we show pink.
No, that's not.
There's going to be a lot of pussy. Spread eagle up there.
And then, hey, David Daniels on Facebook gave us a shout out saying instead of doing some stupid stand-up show in LA, come out to Philly or Atlantic City to do like a live recording. And Andrew's got a buddy in Arizona, so maybe sometime, maybe this summer or something, we might go to as far as
Let's
Arizona.
go to
record a
AC,
show.
man. I've seen
Well,
Atlantic City Hookers. The
We need a
HBO show.
We need a few more, a little bit bigger following because we can't just go do a show at David's house.
I
Hey,
say
Dave,
we
we're here.
stay with Dave Daniels.
No, we're
he
not
sounds
gonna-
like a cool
No,
guy.
Hey, can I give a quick shout out to anyone that's going to come see me in Santa Monica? Feel free to heckle everyone else on the show but me.
And what's up, Pete?
Guys, stop giving shout outs to your fucking friend Pete. You moron.
He was listening to the Boner City episode where we were all fighting in bed with his wife.
And the wife yelled out when I was getting some flack about my infamous hot tub. He was just a kid.
All right, let's get through the rest of the Andy Kamla says, when DeWitt started talking about his childhood, he sounds like a caller from Loveline. Matthew Schultz gave us a hell yeah. And Eric Gonzalez, who's a super fan of you, says, love you guys like Ryan loves trannies, Andrew loves asshole, Danish loves jacuzzi, and Dan loves eating off of wetsuits. So
Eating the wetsuits was a big hit.
Gonzalez
No,
is
everyone was
big,
against us.
He's a
I
cl-
love
he's
this
a, he's a
Gonzalez
clutch
guy.
fan. He's been emailing you?
He emailed me a way to
at
get
O'Neill the ass kicker.
It's O'Neill the ass kicker. That's O'Neill, Oneill at O'Neill the ass kicker at yahoo.com.
I can only hope
he
that
just
becomes
emailed
your-
me.
So
though.
what did he say? What did he say? You tips on how to get
Tips
naked
on how to
pictures?
get more nudies. He said I got to get in the address books of some of these military dudes because they're passing around a lot of whorish photos of ladies of cheaters and stuff.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
So Gonzalez.
You want to cheat on me? Well, here, everyone look at
Hey,
your pussy.
we gotta- and then,
I love it. And he said, what I did at the beach, I did the right thing. And he supported me.
Hey, and then we got Rob Smith, who a couple weeks ago left us. We went back and forth a long chain talking to him on our Facebook page. He he wanted suggestions for possible topics. Number one, he wanted live from the Popcorn Fest.
It's in September.
with O'Neill in disguise. We will try and work towards
So
that.
do we dress him as a retard that just graduated?
I say dress him like Orville Redenbacher, which is why they have the festival there.
Number two, best dates, worst dates, breakups, random hookups. I think we get to those all the time anyway.
We're about to get to one that could be the best date / worst date of your life.
Yeah, we're getting there
soon.
So that'll be late in a couple minutes. And then 30 at a listener conundrum episode. Basically, listeners give you guys problems to ponder and discuss. So, like, if you have a question or a problem that you want advice on, the worst advice in the world,
Well,
send us an email, a Facebook, a Twitter, whatever you want.
preferably something like that
Philosophical.
or no, something about your life, like how you want us to help you
Yeah,
in
like
this
you have a-
particular
you think
life problem that you
should
have.
you quit your job? Should you
Yeah.
hook up like any advice
Where
you want?
Should you leave your wife?
We're untrained professionals.
I consider myself like an amateur life.
and also
I consider myself an apprentice. I've been
You are-
listening to Loveline for a good number of years,
Oh,
and
Jesus
I think I
Christ.
can.
You're
I'm
an
a
idiot.
trained.
I watched
professional.
I watched the show Apprentice, but that gives me really no qualification.
Rob also said he was asking if since we did the entertainment stuff, maybe we do a show on rejection or bombing on stage or bad career choices. And I'm like, that all the
Bombing
other,
on stage.
all the other comedy podcasts do that, but all of us have been doing stand up for over 10 years. We don't fucking care anymore. Like, if you don't like it, you can go fuck yourself. Like that whole thing about like the cliche, like, oh, I'm nervous. Like, yeah, I think Andrew gets more nervous about commercial auditions because there's a ton of money involved if he books the job.
I would
But as
These
far
days,
as-
I would
as far as
get,
bombing. It doesn't really matter. Like you
fucking
walk
cares?
off, you go, whatever.
I would get butterflies before going. Not nervous, but like
Yeah,
just
no,
like
you-
a
no,
nervous
you-
energy.
You're not dead inside, so you
Yeah.
get something, but it's not like the cliche, like, what if they don't laugh? It's like, who gives a fuck?
Our,
It's
At this
LA.
point, it is like,
They-
and
but
you
they-
also
but
know.
they laugh because we're hilarious.
Well, and also you
awesome.
know when it's.
I love that Andrew has to pump himself up. Like, you guys are saying we're not.
But there is that, like, some days where you go, I just don't have it today.
Yeah.
And you
Or
know
you-
going up, you're like, this probably isn't going to go that well because I'm not feeling it that much.
I don't. The only thing I don't like is like I don't like following someone who's my friend if they do really well and I'm not feeling it because I'm like, oh, now I'm going to embarrass our friendship because I'm going to follow this guy and not be able to do well. you
Our,
know?
uh,
Like our awkward ride home from La Jolla that once.
Yes.
Were you crushed and then I did poorly?
Okay.
Oh, no, wait, that was the other way around.
Our old buddy from the Comedy Store, Mac Lindsay, who I don't know if he wants to say it. I don't know if he has a problem with it.
Shout out to Mac Lindsay. Hey, Pete.
He said he once said to me, he's like, I've come down off of every drug there is. He had some problems with drugs. He's like, I've done it all. I've come down off it all. He's like, and nothing is worse than bombing on stage in terms of. So it's-
But also, bombing on stage is like coming down off of like drugs you're addicted to all the time, and after a while, it just doesn't affect
I
you
don't know, man.
anymore.
I've accidentally licked diarrhea off a butthole, so I feel like bombing on
You've already
stage.
crossed
Who
the
gives a
mountain.
fuck about it?
Hey, and then we got a guy, fan of Nate Rice on Facebook says that was a very awkward podcast about the fight episode 1. Also, also very refreshing. It validates the level of friendship you guys have. Good stuff.
deep comment,
yeah.
Nate.
Our first,
Yeah.
our
Can we
first-
talk about our friendship for a second?
Hold on, our first female. Hey, we got our first female content. A girl named Abby says, "I love Boner City. Episode 17 was so
Wait.
raw and revealing. I think it's my favorite so far. Not the funniest, but so great. I love you guys, especially Ryan." And then I wrote, "If this is Ryan posting as his girlfriend, hey asshole, I'm gonna kick you in your bad ankle next time I see you. If this is Abby and you really like the episode, thanks." So,
Who's this Abby girl? I like her.
like I said, we have a new iTunes feed, so
Wait, is she the one
subscribe
with
to
the
our new channel,
mustache?
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
then,
Abby.
And then finally, Mike Leonard said, "Hey, so bonus."
Wait, not a real mustache.
Stop.
The
She's
fake
a hobo
mustache.
pussy mustache. Mike Leonard said, "So Boner City has just disappeared from iTunes. Roach's Rambles, all that comes up. Yeah, we had to take the Boner City feed off. Boner City got its own iTunes feed basically. So subscribe to our new channel. Stay subscribed to Dork Explosion because Jerry Roach's stuff is on there.
We also
and
have
it's
one more
really funny.
we have one more comment
All right.
from Javier, the janitor of the building, asking Dan why you clogged the toilet. That last comment was we didn't need that.
What?
The last comment just wondered about the iTunes.
Oh, wait, if people give us like we have like a small but growing fan base, if you fucking make a comment on like social media, we'll give you a shout out. Why wouldn't we?
By the
We'll
way,
fucking
Mike
take
Leonard, feel better. He's coming off some injury or something.
Okay, well, good. See, so fuck.
Was
you,
that Mike
Ryan.
Leonard about the iTunes?
Yeah, you.
Oh, I
fucking
didn't know it was
dickhole.
him. I thought it was
He's
some
like,
other
he's
guy.
like Mike 680.
All right,
he,
no,
like,
no,
he
I like
posts
him.
all the time
Yeah,
and
yeah.
participates.
Yeah,
and
dude.
shares our fucking
Sorry.
show with people.
Come on,
dickhead.
O'Neill.
All right, now what do we want to get into today? Do we want to start with the injury report with O'Neill, who's trying to?
Yeah,
like,
I think we got it.
Injury,
Do we have any
so,
breaking news
on-
sounds from the computer?
No, but on the show notes.
Oh, we should
I have a
get that,
video.
Dan.
I have a video. You should go fuck yourself. I have a video of Ryan walking on his cane.
Well, you
His
better
cane.
update it.
That'll be there. Now Ryan came in. Yeah, if you go to the show notes, you can see a video of Ryan walking on his ridiculous cane last week. But now Ryan comes in full crutches and a plastic air cast on his right
yeah.
A
foot.
moon boot.
A moon boot. What the fuck's going on?
Well, it turns out that my heel has a crack, like a hairline fracture, and then also inside the bone is fractured, and then the top of the ankle has a fracture in it too.
Wow, the only way you could get that much damage is if you broke your ankle skiing and then skied on it the rest of the day.
And then walked on it for 2 weeks with a cane.
Did you tell the doctor what he
With
what
a
he
cane
did?
that's not big enough.
Yeah,
for
that's
you.
why he goes, you can't leave this office. Well, he's probably trying to sell me some expensive crutches, but he's like, you're not leaving this office in the cane. He's like, we got to get you a boot and crutches. He's like,
You're like,
if you
wait.
walk on this, it could just fucking like crumble. So
Your ankle
Just like
crumble?
all of a sudden. it turns
yeah,
into
he goes,
dust.
I don't know how much weight it can support. So I'll bring in the MRIs, but you can see the cracks all over it.
Maybe
But
sign.
I don't need surgery, so it's actually
What are they
going
gonna
to
do?
O'Neill's ankle
off.
and heel have hobo pussy heel.
I have 4 weeks on these crutches minimum, and then we'll go back and see. And if it feels good, then I can get off of them.
So
and I'm
they
betting
can't
hit
screw
the
your leg together or anything. It's just
no, which is good. I don't want him to.
John C. Riley totally won out that day
Yeah.
at Mountain High.
Do you think impressing John C. Riley on the slopes was worth it?
Not knowing who he was and just trying to be cool in front of everybody, thinking that it might be him. Yeah, probably.
I think the
something to do with it.
question that needs to be asked is, will you ever do a ski jump again?
Yeah. Guess what? On week
The
5,
question is, yeah,
motherfucker.
when? How soon? I was
Week
gonna say
5, I'm back out there.
I want to learn to snowboard.
we should do a ski trip.
What if we did?
In
we
the spring
both
when it's all
snowboarded
shitty and
together,
rocky?
and we both do a jump.
I don't
at the same
snowboard,
time.
dude. I refuse
Well,
to.
you'll do it with me.
I won't do it.
Yeah, you will.
To
It'll be
snowboard?
a
Why
new
can't he
thing.
just ski with you?
Yeah, why can't he ski
Because
next
he's
to you?
already a master skier.
Master skier.
Hey, asshole! Apparently he's not. Look at his foot.
Hey, it was a huge jump, Dan. I was a year and a half out of the game.
So you landed on the skis, right? And then you wiped out?
I landed on my ankle, and as soon as that, or on my right ski first, and then as soon as I felt the impact, then I went down.
So you landed with like one leg, like
Like
a
one
Bond
leg at first
movie.
because I was off balance, and so then you can see where that bone drove into that and cracked that, and then the heel cracked.
Did anyone like see it? Like anyone ski up to you? Like, are you all right, or just
No.
business as usual?
No one gave a fuck.
How bad did it hurt? 1 to 10 the rest of the day skiing.
I don't know, man. Like I don't know.
The adrenaline. The
No,
cold?
yeah, it hurt a lot until and finally at the end of the day, because I was doing like those whatever the shitty black diamonds at Mountain High, and finally halfway down the black diamond, I told my brother, I go, yeah, it's got some major problems here. It hurts too much. So let's go in.
Would have been great had you tried to hit that jump again that day.
I was thinking about it.
Didn't your brother, not this time he was out here, but the time before, sustain an injury as well?
Did he?
At Mountain
Remember,
High?
remember his hand was
Why
like
are you going
huge?
back?
Oh yeah, we went 4-wheeling out somewhere outside Victorville, and
Like
it was
Lancaster?
either that or Bakersfield. We went, we took our quads out there, And he crashed.
You have quads?
Yeah.
Of course he does.
fuck,
What kind of
dude?
question is that?
Are you out of your mind?
You live in L.A.
Yeah, we go out to the desert a lot.
Dude,
I go out to Glamis. I go out to the...
You go out there?
Yeah, I go out to the dry lake
Can
bed.
you ride those on the street at all?
with
You're not
DMX
supposed
and
to.
the rest
and I
of the
did.
Rough Riders.
One time in Indiana... In Indiana, I have like a 600, like a Grizzly, a 4x4, and then we have like a racing quad. And
But why do they let you drive motorcycles?
I had
but they
two
won't let
other
you do
guys
that?
on the thing, and we're driving down the road, and we got pulled over by the police.
White Trash X Games.
And I told the guy that. So I told the cop that some of our cattle had gotten out, and we were rounding them up. And then I had to drive in to get gas.
some
in the
modern day
town.
cowboy.
They let me
Brian
go.
O'Neill.
Something tells me that's not an excuse you can use in like Detroit or some other area.
No, yeah. And he's like,
Seal Beach.
I said over there at O'Neill Farms. He's like, Steve O'Neill. I go, yeah.
Are you Ryan O'Neill? Get in the cruiser. You did something in the last 24 hours.
The snowmobiling's the best though when it snows.
I did that.
But when you go on the highway,
But
like
what-
it's when it snows so much that the plows can't keep up with it, and you're literally passing like fucking cars and shit that are
Why
going
is
2
that
miles
the best?
an hour.
That sounds horrifying.
Have you ever
Driving a snowmobile on the highway?
Have you ever-
That's unbelievable.
Have you ever gone through a toll booth?
No, I've never gone on the Skyway in Chicago. It's the only place
For
I've
you
been
on the
to.
snowmobile, $1.25. So what happened to your brother's
All
hand?
right,
in the
so
roundabout?
something. Oh, he was going fast and he hit a giant rock and it fucking bucked
On a
the
quad or
handlebars
on a quad or-
Last year it bucked it and it fucking snapped his wrist. So
So he was out here on a
damn.
trip with his wife and his kids, and I saw him. His hand and thumb were like 8 times the size.
Did he not go to the doctor and walk on his hands for
He-
2 weeks?
he did
straight
not.
he
before?
didn't go to the doctor.
Of
But
course he
also
didn't.
after
The fuck
he
is
got
wrong with
that
your
hand,
family, dude?
after he got that hand injury, I was flying on this quad. I didn't know the terrain that well, and I fucking hit a rock and dumped it, and then I fell on my small of my back on a rock, and I couldn't walk for like 3 days.
You idiot.
Super Dave Osborne O'Neill?
Now, were your relatives like were they all the stuntmen in Return of the Jedi when they get knocked off the land speeders?
It was Steve O'Neill, his coke dealer buddy, Ryan, and his brother. Ryan was an Ewok in that movie.
Yeah, he's one of the Ewoks who knocks over the stormtroopers and gets on that thing and just fucking. He doesn't know the terrain, but he's tearing through the woods, man.
On the highway. He was on the highway.
Passing cars.
I think at 50, I'm gonna have some serious problems.
yeah,
I've had a lot of breakage.
are you taking fish oil and?
No.
I
need
take
to
fish.
take-
I take fish oil.
Good for you. You need to take some supplements, O'Neill. You jumped down my throat about calcium. You're like, I'm not a fucking grandmother. Then you were walking in with your grandmother's cane, and then now you're on crutches.
Yeah, but dude,
Like-
the impact was huge. So I got strong bones. It didn't like break it in half.
Did the doctor tell you, or is this you saying?
No, the
this?
doctor told
The
me.
doctor said these are clearly strong bones.
He goes, it was a huge impact to do this.
Well, the doctor's like, oh,
he
you're like,
said
well,
you-
basically, you're like Wolverine. You have stronger bones.
I don't have titanium.
I heard the doctor was
It's
like,
adamantium.
Whatever.
Were you funneling milk as a young child? These bones are tremendous.
We
like,
drank
Did you
a lot of
breastfeed
milk.
till you were 17? You have amazing.
Put your
bones.
hand on the table. I'm going to hit it with a hammer. That is not a broken hand. That is still.
This injury clearly could not have happened unless you were a year and a half out of the game and on like a really shady snow
ice.
park. Is it what they call them, snow parks?
I don't think so.
well, so in 4 weeks I'll be good
And in
to
5
go.
weeks, we're going to Mountain High. You're going to hit that jump.
No,
We're gonna
I
film
got it. Then I'm probably
We're
gonna
gonna
have
film
to
you
get
hitting that
back
jump.
in shape because right now all I'm doing push-ups and pull-ups. I'm not doing my cardio, my uphill cardio.
Are you
which
still
is
going
gonna
to the
fuck
park?
up. No. My
What?
girlfriend gave me a pull-up bar that I could put in the doorway.
Oh,
so now
I've
been
got one
doing
at
those.
home, man.
That's
Yeah.
true love.
And so
And she wants you to stay in shape. Like, here, let me put this in.
well, she knows that bad things will happen if I don't work out because
Like, what do you mean?
I
You'll
have
hit
a lot
her?
of excess
No, like-
energy, and so it turns into
He'll like go run around the block with his boot or something.
and then when
Or,
we're
like,
laying in bed, I'll be
insist on
like,
fucking her
let's
with a
have a
knife to her
jujitsu
throat.
match, and I'm trying leg triangles and stuff on her.
Are you naked?
Sometimes, but usually not.
So your balls
Are
and
just
drunken
gathered up
asshole.
I don't do it so much naked because many times my balls have gotten trapped, like between the body when I put moves on, and I'm like, oh, that hurts me more than it hurts you.
So you're tying your girlfriend up with your balls, basically?
No, but I'll get her in a choke, and then her body's like pressed up against my balls in a bad way, or it splits the balls, like one on one side and one on the other.
Oh my god, that sounds awful.
Why are you?
You guys know
So I
puppetry
don't
of the
do it
penis,
so
where like they stretch it across their
Yeah.
hand, like look, it's a watch.
DeWitt will be able to
Skin
do that soon when he gets his 8-inch dick.
O'Neill.
I've been practicing some of those moves from puppetry of the penis, like the hamburger.
O'Neill is a move where he stretches it around her neck. It's the,
choke her
the
out.
penis guillotine around
Can you
her
really
neck.
do that?
It's
You
a
can't do
cock
that.
choke.
You can't do that.
DeWitt's jealous.
Yeah, I can.
DeWitt and O'Neill have weird cock length
Have a
battle
weird
going
cock
on.
battle going
They're
on.
brothers, they're soul brothers, but they have a weird
Wait,
cock battle.
So speaking of last episode, when toward the end, DeWitt basically said he would have sex with if he lost more weight and his dick got big, he would have sex in front of O'Neill with his wife.
he said
And then-
a crowd of people.
And then, no, and in the end, it was like
Madison
O'Neill and
Square Garden.
like fans that could fly into town for this. But then
They have to
there's a-
bring their girlfriends.
but there's
There
an
have to be
update.
No,
girls
now there's
watching.
new.
You
Okay.
know.
No. Now there's an update though, because she listened to the episode and is pissed.
What's
Oh, yeah,
up,
she's super
Tammy?
pissed.
Oh,
And was
that's
she
the
pissed
boy.
about the fact that I said that I would get a blowjob
Yeah,
from her
she's
while
like,
you're
that's
fucking
never
her?
gonna happen. She's like, that's disgusting. I'm never gonna suck his dick.
We'll see about that.
I don't know about that. She said she's like maybe I would fuck in front of a crowd of people if I could wear a mask or
And
something
a wig.
and a wig.
And we said, how about a bald wig?
or a bald cap? What
But she
mask?
wanted,
What's
like,
she
a
going
full,
with?
She wanted a dinosaur full body mask.
And then we
which
asked,
was
would the
like
wig go on the
full head
dinosaur mask?
Yeah, I
Which would be
think
weird.
so. That way you know it's a girl dinosaur.
I couldn't tell by the vagina or the
and the
tits.
titties.
You told me that you wanted what was it? You wanted a Phantom of the Opera? No, like
like the masks in Eyes Wide Shut. I wanted those masquerade masks.
Why not a V for Vendetta with the creepy
Dude,
mustache?
those you could poke your eye out. They had the feathers. They were real very cumbersome.
You're gonna shoot
Yeah.
your eye out.
The way
Andrew.
Ryan fucks, he's putting in arm bars and chokeholds.
If I'm gonna get my blowjob, I don't want any.
You're not
feathers
gonna get a
poking.
blowjob. First of all, she doesn't
How-
know where
how
that
mad
penis
is she
has
gonna
been.
be from
Like
this?
she'd be she's gonna be mad.
I like
She's
this is
like,
I
there's
like
no
the,
way.
The
There's
first
no
thing
way.
you don't know where my dick's been. Instead of being like, "That's my wife," and you're not gonna, she's not gonna suck your dick. And if you keep talking about it, I'm gonna step outside with you.
Well, I don't get mad like that. I just get mad about you rubbing like STDs all over my wife's face because you won't get yourself tested.
No.
That's
He's been tested through other people.
That's
vicarious testing, and that is not.
I have sex with girls without a condom, and then after like a month, I say, "Oh, by the way, I've never been tested. Maybe you should get tested." And then they come back with a clean bill of health, and then they get checked up again after like 6 months or so.
So why would I let the woman I love have that in her
Be
mouth?
your
Why don't I-
STD tester.
Why don't I just have her go around the street and pick up cigarettes off the ground?
But if she's you on the butt or something.
because picking up cigarettes wouldn't give me pleasure.
In O'Neill's defense, if she's wearing a mask, will he really even know it's your wife
Yeah.
and maybe another woman?
Maybe I'll put a mask on my penis, and maybe you don't even know
it's a little
penis.
complicated.
Do they make penis like decorations,
Probably.
like a sleeve?
Spencer's Gifts had those like elephants where the dick goes in the trunk like underwear or
What
whatever,
about
like joke underwear.
you know, like a beer koozie? What about like a dick koozie?
I've always-
that's a good Urban Dictionary. We should enter
Dick
that.
koozie, like something to keep your dick warm in the winter.
I've always wanted to make dick lingerie for men, like for me, like that are masculine dick ornaments.
Like what would it be?
What would
Like
it be?
a piece of leather, like a leather bracelet.
like a studded
like
leather
a-
bracelet,
a
for your
sword
dick.
sheath or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, like a sheath.
Did you ever see that Real Sex
I
where it was
did.
male strippers?
I did.
And they had like a bedazzled fucking underwear with the dick like sock.
separate from the balls.
No, it was
the
like a
dick
one
pouch
piece. It was
was
like an
separate from the
underwear.
balls.
Oh, they wore up like the
Yeah.
the black.
There was a black guy with like
Yeah.
an 18-inch.
Yeah, that was real
Yeah.
scary, dude.
Guy
That was
Wait,
Like
don't
a-
talk about that around DeWitt. He doesn't. Don't let him know that
true.
8 is that there's bigger than 8 out
Old
there.
dick measuring DeWitt.
Hey, hold on. Let me address this for a second, okay? And if there are any fat guys out there, this is to you too.
Listen up, fat guys.
It's like you might have gone your whole life without realizing that you had a nice penis. You know, like so get
So
that
how
weight
much-
off.
So Andrew is
Get that
kind of
weight
fat and he's losing weight, and as he loses weight, his dick's getting a little
You
bit
have
bigger.
fat
so he's
dick
excited.
penis hatred.
What?
Can I
Like,
sing?
you hate your penis.
Can I sing a song for you, Andrew?
Yeah, go ahead.
Every day things are getting big.
Well,
You know what? I wish you would have done taken photos every day so we could do a time lapse?
I do not.
No,
I
no.
don't want to see fucking 365 pictures of Andrew's
How great
dick
would that
and
be?
idiot.
As the dick gets bigger and his gut gets smaller. This is like a lot.
So basically, like if you're a fat guy, the dick is like a seed in the body, and as you lose the weight,
Yes.
it starts to sprout out. Grows into a dick tree.
That is true. And then, like, you guys were giving me shit about that. You're like, there's no way.
Us guys, or how about O'Neill?
O'Neill freaked out. Like,
And then I was worried. I was
I
like,
sent you a card. Congratulations
like,
on your dick growth.
It is true. Very nice. It's very nice of you.
And they threw you a party.
So
the big
I
old
went-
dick cake. Oh, wait. It's not till it gets 8. Wait when it turns 8, then we're going to throw you a party.
Okay, so I went home and I was like, wow, did I write a check with my mouth that my body can't cash? You know?
Did I write a check with my dick?
So you went on.
O'Neill watching you fuck your
So
wife.
I went
Which
to
one?
the bodybuildingforum.com.
What's up, bodybuilding forum?
and I
Maybe they could be a
searched for
sponsor.
I've searched for fat guy now big penis, you know, and I got a surprising amount of return results.
And what were people saying? They're getting
There's
4,
a bunch of
5
guys
inches?
there.
Have
It's
you
like-
entered a chat community of guys?
We're just a bunch of like-minded individuals who support each other getting
like
big
a support
penises.
group.
Hey, Rich, any growth today? Oh no, man, I'm
I
dick
gained
plateaued.
5 pounds over the holidays.
So
I lost
there was
2
a lot of
centimeters.
there was a guy posting. He's like, I watched on Oprah. They had Dr. Oz on Oprah, and he said that every 30 pounds you lose, you can possibly gain a half inch on your penis.
Wait, does it go the other way though? Can you lose that half inch if you gain the weight back?
Yes.
Well, that's how you lose it.
yeah. And so, like, all the, of course, all the women in the audience were like, oh,
I want some of that, girl.
So they're all with like a bunch of fat dudes.
They're probably all with fat guys who are pushing nubs in, you know what I'm saying? But like, so then this guy's like, is that true? I'm fat. I'm like 350 pounds. So, like, am I gonna get a bigger dick? And this, like, these guy was like, I was a super fat dude, man, and I used to have like it looked like a peanut sticking out of a mound of pubic hair, and now it's a fucking giant fucking dick, and like people were saying that, and then and I was like, cool, and like one guy's like, I lost 90 pounds, I put 2 inches on my dick, and I was like, okay, cool, this is all making sense. And then one guy writes,
My name's Andrew Dewitt. My friends.
one guy writes, I lost 80 pounds and I immediately got an inch on my penis. I still had a ton more weight to lose, and I thought for sure I was going to get like 2 or 3 more inches, but I gained no more inches.
Oh, devastating.
And I was very
Do you think if there was
concerned about it.
if there was no obesity, do you think that average dick length of like 5 to 6 inches would skyrocket?
Actually, the average dick length has been going down for the past 30 years, but obesity
'Cause
rates
it-
has been
'cause the
going up, and I
Asian-
think they're correlated.
I think it's because of diabetes.
Diabetes?
Yeah, it's a
well,
disease.
Well, if you have diabetes, you don't have as firm erections as if you don't have diabetes.
Can't bounce a quarter
I just
off
want
it.
to say, if you're a guy out there and you're thin and you have a huge cock and your girlfriend's having trouble taking it, or your wife, just gain about 50 to 100 pounds and just get that dick down to what it should be.
Sure, she won't want to fuck you anymore, but
Yeah, you'll have-
occasionally she does. It'll be way more comfortable
You'll
for
have
her.
health problems and may live a shorter life, but that dick's going to be a perfect size.
You'll have a perfect sized dick and less toes to worry about.
Yeah, well, anyway, it's my project.
So how
Speaking of
good.
weight loss,
How you measuring?
How am I measuring?
Yeah.
you already went over this.
I
He
use-
uses a sewing kit
I
thing
use
to
the
measure.
sewing
No, I'm
kit.
saying
Measuring thing.
how are you doing on the dick measurements?
I'm doing good, man. It's a slow process.
What have you gained lately?
I haven't gained anything since we last
He
talked to each
stalled.
other.
That's why he's concerned. That's why he's looking it up online.
No, it's been like 2 days,
Dude,
man.
you've hit a dick plateau on that
no,
dick
now
chart.
this is what I'm worried
Oh, wait,
about.
you ate those wings today. You probably lost a little bit.
Yeah, I did eat protein, pure protein.
Oh,
That's
pure
my-
protein hot wings?
Yeah.
You fucking scumbag.
Speaking of hot wings, didn't you have a challenge for Dewitt?
When I went to the Y today, I saw for some reason the Y sponsors like an annual hot wings eat off.
At Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, I don't get the correlation at all, but I thought of DeWitt and I brought it in. A piece of paper.
Now, is that how many wings you can eat, or
Read
how
the
hot
paper.
you
I
can
don't
eat?
know. I
Read the
didn't-
paper. Let's see what it is. Says,
Also, can
I just picture
say-
you with hot sauce and your beard and your mouth open. and you're
I saw
panting.
that today at the Wings place when we ate there.
Doesn't he make loud comments at the wing
He
place?
talks like he's coming. Today, Andrew had a bit of a migraine, so he's like really upset.
I was
but
upset
normally
'cause
he's
I
like,
didn't-
everybody's like, oh, God,
What's
and
it
he'll
say
say,
to it?
"It's so good. It's so good. Don't you think it's good?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's good, I guess."
Okay,
Like,
teams made up of 4 players.
Oh, look
Fuck
at that!
yeah!
Boulder City.
City.
Hey, wait! I don't know if I ever told you this, but I came in third in a pancake eating contest.
Where? Indiana Fair?
Indiana
Fair?
Valparaiso. No. It was like a charity deal, and I beat these fucking.
And then you stole the
two
money or something?
And then he
huge
shit on the
dudes.
pie in front of everyone.
I did
Okay.
throw up after, but I have entered. I have entered an eating challenge and come in third out of like a couple hundred people.
So what is this thing? What is
Eat
it?
12 of our blazing wings in 6 minutes to win $100 minimum team donation to participate.
What do you win?
Time
Wait.
to be assigned
What
to teams.
can you win? Because we're gonna put $100 in. What do we win? Fuck
Wait,
charity.
we have to
YMCA
put
t-shirt.
$100.
You get prizes include a blazing sweatband and a trophy.
Oh my god!
Oh, fuck, I'm not paying $100 for a sweatband.
That's the biggest bunch of bullshit.
For
Fuck
charity,
them.
though. What's
You
the
get your
charity?
$100 back if you win.
No,
No, it's
it's for
charity.
charity. These fucking.
It's for the YMCA.
For the
probably.
jacuzzi.
Oh,
Wait, why are you going to the
Oh.
YMCA? You're a Jew. Shouldn't you go to the YJCA or
Or
whatever?
the
fucking-
JCC.
Yeah.
My parents go to the JCC and they're not Jewish.
Your old man's not
do they
circumcised?
tell anyone, or does your old man wear a yarmulke in there?
My parents,
They sneak in.
He's like,
parents look pretty.
And they're like,
Jewish.
"Oh, oy vey, the sauna's full."
Your old man's constantly looking at the calendar for Jewish holidays. He's like, Happy Rosh Hashanah.
he can't pronounce other
L'chaim.
words good at all.
What
you
words?
know?
Like drawing?
Lachame.
Like whipped cream.
You just got your asses whipped by a bunch of goddamn nerds.
But yeah, my mom and dad take yoga over there, and they do mahjong over there.
Your
Mahjong
parents
is
are like
really big.
Jews. It's like a
Wow.
Jewish old person.
It
game.
really is.
So wait, Danis, do you have a YMCA update this week, or what's the
I
story?
do actually.
Okay, what happened?
Well, I was in the sauna earlier today.
Jesus
Just
Christ.
beating it.
I was trying to beat it,
Let
but
an
some
old
guy
man-
came in. Some guy came in. He was probably in his. I'll give you my annual breakdown.
Yep.
My breakdowns. He was about in his 60s. He had a sweet ass mullet, like a real mullet.
White or black?
White,
Black mullet.
fat gut. He had nice aqua green, like ball hugging, like an old man bathing
Does
suit.
this end in you getting sucked off by this?
It does not.
Sounding like that.
But he starts talking to me.
How big were his nipples?
I didn't really look at his nipples.
I'm
The
surprised.
mullet caught my eye. And he was like, I was on the upper
level?
seating. He was
Yeah.
on the lower. And he starts
Nosebleeds.
talking to me. He's from Louisiana. And whenever, I don't know if you guys do this, but whenever someone starts telling you kind of showbiz stuff, like I instantly like, this guy's a complete liar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, what brought you here from Louisiana? He claimed he and his wife were in a band. And they just signed with one of the biggest publishing groups in the world.
Was this Steve Miller from the Steve Miller Band?
And no, but he claims that this lady's going to try to get his work on TV shows.
And
it's
he's
a good-
65?
He said it's a good time for it because there's so many shows based in New Orleans, like True Blood and
Yeah.
Treme and whatever else. And he said, but not only did this lady give him the publishing deal, she also gave him thousands of dollars in a fucking cash advance, like just for nothing.
And he's hanging out at the YMCA sauna on a fucking
And so-
weekday?
What if it was really like Tom Petty and he just goes to the Hollywood YMCA?
To pump himself up.
Oh, and he
to
told
to
me
feel like a real big fish in a small, shitty, gross pond.
he told me that I said, "Oh, it's like this." So this woman's been around a while, and he's like, her father." And he said this name. He goes, "Do you know who that is?" And I go, "No, I'm sorry, I don't." And he's like, "Have you ever heard the song?" And he starts singing, "That's Amore."
You're like, "No, I don't know that either."
So he claims, but to me,
Her father wrote it or
Her
sang
father's a
sang it and wrote it.
Oh, her father. I thought it was going to be like her father lived
No,
next door to the guy.
But to me, that's just all lies. Like, to me, none of it was true. But the best part of it was, he's like, he looks at me and he's like, "You want to hear a joke?" And in my mind, I'm like, "No, I do
No,
not."
'cause it's
But I was
gonna
like,
be-
"Yeah, go
Wait,
for
did
it."
you tell him that you do comedy? Is that
No,
why he said
I
that?
didn't
Just-
tell him anything about it.
Oh, good call, dude.
He's one of those guys.
Whoever tells anyone that they do comedy,
You do it once,
Awful
and then you
co-
never
people
do it
that are
again.
ever again. When people
that
ask me,
are awful at
I
comedy.
do a
when
lot of
when
different
people have
things.
so and so comedy in their email, you're just like, oh, that's a big mistake, rookie. You're
What was
just-
good about this guy is he was such a self-indulgent asshole. He didn't ask me anything about myself.
Oh, okay.
It's all
You
like,
just get his whole
That's the good
Wikipedia
thing
page.
about LA.
So you guys wanna
is
hear-
You don't have to hear anything.
you guys want to
Yeah.
hear this awesome
Yes.
joke?
Oh, Jesus.
What do you call a short psychic who just broke out of prison?
What?
A short medium at large. A small medium at large. Hi-oh!
Oh, that's terrible.
And I gave him a and he looked at me and I'm really bad at like hiding what's on my face and
fake laughing.
he goes, "Don't worry, I'm done." That's what the guy said.
Like, done talking to you?
Like done with the jokes. but he shortly left.
Did he sell the joke like it was going to be great?
Yeah. What was great is right after
That's
that,
a terrible joke.
I went out to change, and I saw that guy. Like, we were cordoned off by lockers, but I could see him on the other side with these other guys, and he was talking, and he went to leave, and then came back, and he goes, I got to tell you this, you guys. And he did the joke, and like it bombed.
Again?
Again.
He told the joke a second time?
To these other guys, because he didn't trust his comedic judgment. And it bombed so hard. And after you left, I heard one of the guys shit talking how bad the joke was.
You should have bonded with those guys over how bad the joke was.
The worst part about the interaction is right before he left the sauna, he stood up and he goes, my name is Bruce. And he shook my hand, which is like, we're in a sauna and we're both sweaty and like I don't want to touch the guy. So I had to shake his hand. I was like, yeah.
You should have just
could you rope him with a
pounded
fist bump?
daps,
Yeah, can you give him a fist bump or anything? Or could you close it?
It's weird.
Because even
like
old guys know the fist bump now, which is
I
nice.
guess, but it seems like it would have been a big insult. I don't know.
He insulted you with that piece of shit
It's
joke.
true.
Yeah.
Dude, that reminds me.
And running material on you in a sauna.
It was terrible.
I heard something like that happen. I love hearing someone try out a joke 2 times, like more than one time. I love that, like catching them do it.
I should have called them out. It didn't work in the sauna. What are you doing?
I was there first, fellas.
Stand up
and
on
I
the
didn't
bench.
like it either.
Stand up on the bench, run up.
It does suck. You didn't trust me?
There's this guy at my old job he got cheated on by his wife or whatever.
He deserved it.
And he was I heard him downstairs talking about it, and he's like, yeah, well, and he was trying to make light of it, you know, because he's like kind of a comedy theater-y guy or whatever. And he's like, well, I guess I figured out that a 45-year-old man can listen to Gwen Stefani sing "Don't Speak" and just cry all night.
Hi-oh!
And then I was like, okay. And then
that's kind of like a serious comment.
Yeah,
It's not really a joke.
yeah, but he was doing it as if it was a joke.
Yeah.
And then I heard him say it again, and then he came up to me and I've heard him say, Gwen Stefani's I heard him hone
It sounds
the
like
bit.
a cry for help.
I heard him hone the bit.
He worked the material out. He did a few different
so by
sets.
the end of it,
He thought his timing was off a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta pause.
By the end of it, I
here.
was like, "Hey, Don, man, I'm sorry. I heard that you got your wife cheated on you, dude. I'm so sorry.
Can I borrow that Gwen
he's
Stefani CD? It sounds pretty
and
good.
he's like, well, I did happen to learn something about myself. And I'm like, here he comes, dude. He's going to fucking do it.
You're like, wait, does that have to do with Gwen Stefani? Did he
gonna
do
do
it?
it. He's gonna
Don't
do it.
speak. You should have told him. Don't speak.
I did. I let him get just a little bit far. And I was like, don't speak by Gwen Stefani. And you were crying on
You
it.
You ruined it, dude.
You piece of shit.
I felt like such a piece of shit, but I just laughed in his face.
What did you say?
He killed
Did you
himself
tell him
that
that's
night.
probably
I
why his
was
wife
like-
left
no,
him
no, I
because
was
he
like-
kept doing the same bits?
I was like, I'm sorry.
Don't work?
I was like, I'm sorry, man. I've heard you workshop this bit all day.
You humiliated the guy.
It's like,
Did he quit? Did he quit the job?
no, I think he got it. He was like, well, what am I supposed to do?
Dude, on
you
those
know?
signs,
He's probably having such a on the borderline nervous breakdown, dude.
dude, on those billboards, know the signs of suicide. One of them is repeating bad jokes over and over again.
You know what O'Neill and I used to call that in the world of comedy, because when we worked at the Comedy Store, you'd be sitting on a stool at like a back door around the same people for hours.
yeah.
You would just see a guy run a bit and
on
go-
different groups of people.
Yeah. And so we used to call it bit raping, just because no one wants it, and you're just forcing it on them, and you can tell because
There's no good outcome. No, you're never going to say something over. Oh God, that's great. Like there's no.
It's
fucking,
awkward. Someone I was talking to recently, a comic. He skis. He was in Colorado.
Did he break his heel?
No, but he was on a
Yeah, but John
chairlift.
C. Reilly doesn't respect him either, though. So.
He was on a chairlift, and it was a long chairlift.
Oh,
He was
you're
there with a
fucking
father and
kidding
a
me.
daughter, and they're like, "What do you do?" And he skirted it. And finally, he told me he was a comic. So then the daughter, who was like a huge cunt, I guess, was
she
like,
hot?
I don't know. She was
God. Well, she's snow
she had
clothes.
all this
You can't
shit
tell
on.
it's snow clothes.
So she kept saying, "Tell me a joke. Tell me a joke." And the dad's like, "You do comedy, you know. I mean, you should be used to this. Just tell us a joke, make us laugh."
Oh, that's
So
always how it
finally,
goes.
he just did like some fucking obscene,
Filthiest,
crazy. He goes,
racist,
That's out of line. You crossed the boundary there. And then he got off the lift, and it was.
What was the joke about, like, fucking a father-daughter
It
team?
was something like that. I think it was
You guys ever
probably
hear about-
something like
So
that.
his daughter's sucking her dad off in a ski
The
lift.
16-year-old with snow pants on, I fucking her in
And
the ass.
her pussy got so wet that it froze over the snow
I
pants.
took her snow pants down, and she had terrible hobo pussy. And after I was done fucking her, I had sex hummus all over my dick.
I heard she had yak pussy.
My sausage pistol.
Is that a new one? Did you submit that yet?
Sausage pistols is on there, my friend.
Oh, is it?
That is on there.
Do you know that you can get like mugs made and shit off of Urban Dictionary? Like you can get like
That's how they make their money
well, they
off
probably
your
link.
terms.
Do they go to like Zazzle or?
You can get like a hobo
Press.
pussy like coffee mug for your wife.
we probably should do that.
That
We
listener
should
should
do
get
it.
a hobo pussy.
Well, we
mug.
can make those ourselves because what they do is like they'll sell the mug for like $20 plus shipping, and you'll literally get like $2.25 or something ridiculous. Like,
Wait, I get paid?
you
For a hobo pussy
you make
mug?
less than like 15% of your of the net. Dude.
Wow, you made some residuals
bad.
out there. Beef Cannon Bill is a millionaire.
You need to check Beef Cannon Bill's email. You might have a lot of checks waiting for you.
What email do you
have
use? Is that
zero-
O'Neill the
yeah, I
ass
use
kicker?
O'Neill. Zero
O'Neill the
checks.
ass kicker is like by default.
I think it should become your real email that you give out to like people. Hey, hit me up at
So
O'Neill the
I
ass
have
Job interviews.
I have to
business
sift
contact.
through all these like fuck buddy accounts that I signed up for to view women in order to get like
Actually-
Eric Gonzalez's
get
emails
get
or
fan
Cole,
mail.
like some other people. Like I'm like, God, it takes me like 20 minutes to sift through it because
Yeah.
every day I get like 50 of all these random fuck sites.
That's good.
Like
That's
meet
good, man.
sexy singles.
Do you think it has to do with you putting it out there that you want these naked pictures and the fuck site's like, we got to hit this O'Neill the ass
No,
kicker?
it has.
No, he signed up from when you
Yeah.
sign up. You get email from.
It has to
all
do
their
with the
sites.
fact that I signed up for him a long time ago.
Got it. A young O'Neill the ass kicker. How long has O'Neill the ass kicker been in effect?
Ever since
a
Adult
long
Friend
time.
Finder started, bro.
It is. It's all that. Remember, I was asking you. I was like, "What is that site?" It's Adult Friend Finder.
You're,
all the time.
Your real email. When did you establish it? You advertise yourself as a doctor.
as a doctor. Yeah.
Wait, yeah, why were you O'Neill Doctor for Dr.
Oh
O'Neill?
well, I don't want to give out those.
No, but why were you that for a while?
I started that maybe 14 years ago.
Oh my god.
When
on Hotmail too.
Yeah, when I had thought maybe after racing I was going to become a doctor.
What?
Is that true?
Yeah, I'd briefly thought about
So
it.
you called your shot via the email address?
No,
Astronaut Ryan
O'Neill
at
the
yahoo.com.
construction worker.
no, it's like a reminder that I should have gone into the medical field
Ryan,
instead
the
of what I've
Denny's fry cook.
gone into now.
That's why my first email was Andrew Race Car. 3000.
Mine was Jeff Unemployed at.
At least it
Oh,
wasn't
shit.
like Ryan, marine biologist.
That's what I wanted to be as a kid, and then I realized I hated most animals.
But now I have doctor in every email account that I use, all my Gmail and Hotmail.
Why?
he's gone with it. He's going with the theme.
Because a constant reminder that I should have been a doctor instead.
I don't know. You
would have
really?
hated med school.
You
Yeah, I
don't even
know.
get you don't even test your dick for diseases, and you broke your ankle in the dumbest way possible and didn't get it treated.
But it's like
Maybe-
it's like girls who go into psychiatry. They're all crazy and they're trying to figure themselves
Oh,
out.
you'd be the perfect. You could heal yourself.
Yeah.
Maybe I'd be a holistic doctor.
What's
Would you? I feel like I might be interested in that.
I think you
Holistic
should.
medicine.
I think you should become a wizard doctor.
They
Like a
have
sh-
those spiritual healers,
A
man.
shaman.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty sweet, dude.
Get
They
your
have
big
them.
old
Let's-
wizard dick
hey,
out
speaking
there.
of fucking fuck sites, let's shift gears into
Oh,
Danish.
yeah.
Has got a new.
Oof.
This is.
I seriously think we should do this.
This is no
but
way.
he shouldn't do
we
it
may
alone.
we may have to do a
Danish-
Boner City news team
Dude,
expose.
Dan,
explain what it is.
Dan, a lot of these places are down the street from your house.
So explain what it is.
Oh,
though.
Dan, can I give a brief shout out? And this is going to make you really uncomfortable, but she told me she wanted me to do
who?
it.
Hey, Pete.
Amy.
Oh,
She told me she wanted me to
This guy.
mention
Look at this guy.
she's got some of the best tits out there. I swear to God.
You're not. You're serious.
I'm dead serious. She said
If you
she
get
would.
me in trouble.
She
I'll
said she would be honored. I swear to
Yo,
God.
you said Amy had the best tits.
She said.
Jew broad with nice tits. Yeah.
Wait, she's calling her own tits the greatest
She
tits
said
out
she
there?
takes great pride in her tits, and I will say they
Does she
are
just hang
gr-
out in locker rooms and like check out other chicks' tits?
taping up her knees and ankles.
Yeah, like
hey, guys.
why have you
dude.
been in here for 3 hours?
If you saw this rack, these are great.
How about
racks.
this, Amy? let me be the judge of how good your tits are. Why don't you go ahead and email me photos at O'Neal the ass kicker. That's ONEILL the ass kicker at yahoo.com.
What's great is I said, well, maybe I'll mention.
No,
them.
you don't have to show your face.
I said, can I put a picture of them on bonercity.com? And she drew the line there.
I won't share
But
the
hey,
pictures.
go back
with
with the
anybody.
caveat. Can we
That's
if
similar to
if we
where my
crop her
wife
head
drew
out,
the
if we
line.
crop her head out and don't use her last name, can we put a picture
All
on
right,
it?
we'll see.
Let's see how she. Well, good for
And
her.
I hate Amy's new boyfriend. How you doing?
Hope it works out. Fuck you. Loved all the New Year's Eve pics.
So yeah, sorry. I'm on OkCupid looking for love in all the wrong places.
All right, man.
My job title on there is I'm a fortune cookie writer, which
Jesus
which
Christ.
is always you always know
get
someone's not
oddballs.
you always know someone's not good when they hit you up and they ask you serious questions about it. Like, oh my god, that's the coolest job.
What do you think
But
of the fortune?
you know what? That is somebody's job. So like,
I
no,
think
it's
you've
not.
made it.
They just
I think it's off
they printed up
computers.
fortunes like 50
At
years
some
ago.
point
They've been
in
using the
time-
same fortunes. It's just a fucking spool.
Confucius and whatever else.
there are a couple of new. There are some new edgier fortunes going on.
What's
out
great
there.
is that when people ask me
Yeah.
for one, girls a lot of times will say, "Oh, tell me my fortune." A lot of them are like, "I'm sorry, you have gonorrhea," and they never say anything back to me.
Jesus Christ.
They ask me about the job, and I'm like, "It's weird because I'm the only white guy in there, and it's all Asian guys, and they don't like me." Like all these weird stuff.
Do you tell them that you have to type each one out so everyone's original?
Well, I tell them I use
You
a-
hand type every fortune in there.
I told them I use sometimes I say I use a really tiny typewriter.
And then you say
It's weird. Why can't I find somebody though? Isn't that weird?
I don't know why you can't find between
Yeah,
fucking
the guy doesn't
between
want to
fucking
find
sweet
anyone.
tits friend of my wife and the fucking oddballs that you're getting. I don't know why you can't find true love, dude.
But now with this new system,
Okay, so what
he
is
may
this
find
thing?
true love.
What is this
So
thing?
this was a big promotion that OkCupid was running yesterday. And apparently they're in cahoots with this, whatever this is, they're trying to start an app, and it's called like Crazy Blind Date. And so for like a few hours yesterday, they scrambled all the pictures on OkCupid to be like, this is what the world would be like if it was you could just read the descriptions. And
I would
think-
be pissed
I think
about
enough
that.
people complained because it just
Like,
came back.
You're paying for this
Yeah.
service. You don't have time
But you
to
don't
fuck
pay.
around.
I'm not
free.
paying. It's free.
Oh, okay.
If you want to
I
get
thought it's only free for chicks.
no,
No, it's
it's
free.
free with everyone. But
Lot
if you
of
want to get
riffraff.
smoking hot chicks, you have to pay $9 a month.
What, for the non-scuzzy ones? Or
Yeah.
chicks-
Well,
no,
chicks
but
with all their front teeth, or what do you mean?
If you go on there at some point, if you're decent looking, they promote you and they filter out most fat chicks and stuff.
I got
And
promoted.
I got promoted when I was on there. They're like,
DeWitt's gonna go on just to see if he can get promoted.
they go.
I saw you thinking
Don't
it. Read
you
my
do it.
mind. I saw your eyes.
better
Like,
turn-
read my mind.
you gotta turn
You
that
get-
little hamster wheel off in your head.
you
dude.
get
do
an
that,
email.
Your wife will beat your ass.
your
if you
eyes
get
are
caught
like
doing that.
darting, and I could see in your head like
Your
am I-
wife will beat your
I
fucking
saw
ass.
DeWitt
if
like
you
when
do
I
that.
get promoted in your head. I saw
You get an email that says, "Congratulations, you've been rated enough 4 or 5 stars that you are now like in another level where basically, without saying it, you don't have to deal with like fat ugly girls."
Yeah, but
Welcome
what
to
if
the
you
VIP.
wanted to fuck fat girls?
Well, yeah,
then you-
that goes
then-
against DeWitt's thing. He
Well,
wants
then you
the
fuck yourself.
non-VIP.
Then you're too hot. You're too hot to fuck.
Too hot for your own good.
So,
and
yeah.
they're coming in on your behalf. Like, look, you're too good for this, DeWitt.
Get away from these pigs, DeWitt. Get your face out
You
of the
know,
trough.
that used to happen when I go to these medieval things. My buddy Tony would always grab me and go, "What are you doing, man? Get out of here."
Oh, what a
And I'd always be
cockblocker.
like, no, man, I know what I'm doing.
You were just there to slay pussy, not people on the battlefield.
And then after you get rated, and then
Okay.
you get in that, then they also offer you like even hotter chicks for $9 a month. Or
What are
10.
these, like, fucking Russian, like,
it's,
mafia?
it's
fucking
run by
dudes?
Bernie Madoff.
It's a Ponzi scheme.
No,
of
I
dating.
hear
Like,
for $15 a month, it's just the cleanest hookers. You can find.
Speaking
And
of
the
which,
website becomes scratch and sniff at
So
that
here's the
point.
crazy
So
blind
here's
date.
the thing.
Tell 'em.
So here's the promo, okay.
So it's called Crazy Blind Date, I believe. So I clicked on it. I was curious, and I was like, this would be great fodder if I went on one of these fucking things for Boner City. For the fans, obviously.
Sure.
But then the reality set in.
So then I clicked on it, and it said, if you want to date, just like, all you have to do is like click here and like say the time, the day you're available, and like pick one of these locations. And then there's like one of those like Google Maps almost with
Sure.
like those little bubbles that you can click on.
Uh-huh.
And so they're all like in the Hollywood Hills, but they're like people's houses.
And
you go
Wait,
to.
wouldn't you want to meet at like a fucking Sizzler
No.
or a
Dude,
restaurant or
or like a
California
coffee shop.
But then
Starbucks or something?
One of them is Matt and Dave's house. That's what it says.
Dude,
Matt
and
and
then
Dave.
You're gonna go date a chick at Matt and Dave's
I don't know
house?
what this
Dude,
is, man.
there's a one at a house in a pretty exclusive neighborhood, and the title under it is Hungry Beaver.
That's the title, and another one
They're
is
just gonna be like a
What was the other
50-year-old
one?
chick.
The other
with
one
fucking,
is what a big what a big rooster you have.
it's like a cock joke. So I don't know.
and it's a guy's house up on Nichols Canyon, which is also like a pretty ritzy
Hollywood Hills.
Hollywood Hills Road.
Wait, what? So you're gonna go on a blind date at a stranger's house and half the guy?
Dude, it's
half the
not
thing-
but it's
a
like,
blind
are
date,
the
it's like-
strangers there? Like, what
How
is this?
How is OkCupid condoning? Couldn't they
That's
get
what I
sued?
said. Is like, didn't they do research? I don't know if it's. I don't know.
Do you
what
think
this
they're
is.
renting out these 5 or 6 houses and they're running like an event there?
Like a porno shit?
No, like an event. Like
But
there's
why
a-
would they call it Hungry Beaver?
Yeah, they'd make it
You're
a little
giving
less
people
gross.
the wrong.
I don't know.
So,
They're trying to
is
like
it still
start an
going on?
app. Yeah, it's still up
Can
there.
you go do this?
You should do this.
Well, can I get one of you to be a bodyguard?
I will go
Get
with
Ryan
you.
to be your driver.
I'll
He's-
go
he's-
with you.
Can we
he's
get one of
defensive
our
driving.
military listeners to maybe form a
Get Cole
perimeter?
or somebody had to come in, and he was like a Navy, like a
I mean, I want to
sniper.
do it, but it sounds
you know what we
fucking
should do?
nuts.
We should drive by tonight.
No,
and see.
you gotta just do it. 'cause
No,
you drive
but
by,
just
you're
see what's going on if there's nobody there.
Wait, O'Neill, you can bring your night vision goggles. and if
and
the
your
ha-
grappling hook, dude.
and if
You
they,
have the grappling hook out here?
No.
But he's
The
injured.
grappling hook's done. It
That-
turned rusty and fucking fell apart.
Two things about that though, like if the night vision goggles work on the house, you know that it's not haunted, so you know that there's been
You guys want to hear a good? This is a funny story about the internet dating world.
Oh,
so there was this
Jesus.
girl hitting me up, and she's like, "Hey, I'm in town from Australia.
Oh,
like blah blah
God.
blah. Like let's hang out." And so I showed O'Neill, and I was like, "O'Neill, I have a bad feeling that this girl's
International herpes.
This girl's kind of fat, but she's done some great like posing and kind of cropping.
Oh, like shooting it above her head.
Yeah,
so
or
like, her
like-
9
And I have a
chins
good eye
disappear.
for fat cover-ups.
He has a great eye. But by this point, I was already committed
Dude,
to
it's already
meet this
into her,
girl.
yeah.
So O'Neill looks and he's like, "Dude, this girl's fat."
Is it at a Baskin Robbins?
No, so the problem with this is because a lot of times I get jaded with the whole world of internet dating, and I won't meet. You're like, fuck, I don't want to meet any of these people. It's stupid. So then every now and then I shake up my life, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go force myself to go do this
And I always
crazy
tell
thing.
it's a bad idea.
It's never the hot one.
Yeah, it's a bad system because I always end up fucking myself, literally and figuratively. So I show up. This girl's like,
Where do you meet?
she's like, I don't have a car. Can you pick me up? So I had to go pick this fucking girl up.
Oh,
She comes out of the house, huge fat cell,
how big?
how big?
big,
Like bigger than Andrew would be into?
Yes.
Like three,
So I
Bigger
three
than
bills?
Andrew and drag.
3
I
bills?
About the size of that beach trail in Malibu.
no, for real. Was
Like
she
3 bill- over 3 bills?
Not 3 bills,
But
but
she's
like
big.
a healthy 2 and change.
pretty face?
I mean, all right,
Just
but
big,
once
though.
once I see that, I'm not into the pretty face. Sorry to break it to everyone else.
Hey, and it's nothing against larger women. It's just that's not his preference.
Well, and here's
Jesus
and
Christ,
here's,
that's her diplomat
here's
over
the
there.
redemptive part of the story is that I told this lady, I'll show you around some sites. So the rest of the day, I was her tour guide. I treated her perfectly normal.
You did.
I drove her down to Venice Beach, all the way from like Sherman Oaks, which is a long
Jesus
drive.
Fuck.
Walked the fucking boardwalk, and she was nice.
Did you hold hands with her?
No, but I put out the friend vibe. Like,
Did she pick up the friend vibe
I think
quick
so.
enough? Okay.
Yeah, like
Girls are supposed to be better at that than dudes.
I really kept a healthy distance. Like, there's like. I just kept it, and it was interesting. I asked her about Australia.
Did she
and her
say,
life.
"Hey, you want to fuck my hobo pussy?"
So how did it end? You drop her off and like not walk her to the door? Or?
I dropped her off, gave kind of like a half-hearted like bro hug. And I was like, all right.
But you couldn't, even with your large wingspan, you couldn't even get your arms around her all the way.
And then, I felt kind of bad about the whole thing, but
Why didn't you just fuck the shit out of her, dude?
Because his name's not Andrew DeWitt.
Dude, here's the problem.
I
though.
wasn't in town for like one day.
Yeah,
from
but what if-
Australia.
I wasn't into it.
And
at
also,
all.
he wasn't into it. And then what if he tried it anyway? And then she denied him. Fair, it'd be humiliation upon
in my
humiliation.
mind, like, here's how I think, and this is a bad way to think, but in my mind, I'm like, say I get this girl pregnant, I want to fucking have this crazy
Big
half
fat
Australian
wha-
baby, for the rest
Australian
of my
whale
life.
baby floating
Like, it's
around.
just- I would just much rather go home, beat my ball bag, and just be done with just be done with it, and not have to deal with any of that.
I
Okay.
would have fucked her. With if I had a friend.
Up top,
as a,
dude.
no, but you and I as a joke, but you would have taken it real serious.
Yeah, Andrew would have fallen in love with
and
her
then
probably.
then I would have been laughing, and you would have been like, "Get out of here."
I'll tell you.
That's
like
not how
last
it would
time.
go.
I'm gonna write a poem. To
I'll
her.
tell you-
So I would be as I wouldn't take it too seriously. Dude.
I couldn't get a boner.
I'll tell
for
you
her.
another story where I get kind of into the world of Dewitt a little bit.
Okay,
Okay.
do it.
So I meet this chick. We meet at this
This is all internet, right?
Yeah,
the
all
internet
internet.
dating sounds awful.
Dirty,
It just sounds
scummy.
Yeah,
horrible.
but you've been
Bad.
doing it for.
I've been on there for a
years.
long off and on. It's bad news. Nothing good comes of it.
Yeah.
Even people who get married. So I met this chick at this like jazz club. There was like some music.
And you're
Where,
really
in
and you're
Santa
really
Monica?
into jazz.
yeah, I love
In
jazz.
for real?
Santa
No.
Monica. Yeah, she was like, meet me at this
Oh,
place.
on 4th Street or whatever.
I don't know where it was.
Harvey's or Harvell's or some shit like
I don't
that.
know where
Yeah,
it
I drove, it's right by where the new stand-up show is.
There were
Yeah.
some Afro Americans playing trombones.
Okay.
And whatever. So I go in there. This girl is shit can drunk. When I go in there, she's like, I've been drinking all day. She's shit can hammered.
Is she good looking or?
She's pretty fat, but she had huge fucking beef cannons that were like just out and about. And I was like, so it was a redemptive quality. She wasn't like huge fat. Like she was like attractive
bigger
fat.
girl. Yeah.
And our friend Ari taught us to focus on if you're stuck in a bad situation with like a terrible chick, find one great thing on her and just focus on that to get a
focusing on the
boner.
boob.
He's great at that, where he's like, she had great cuticles. Like he'll like focus like down to
Yeah.
the most minute detail.
To
Like,
be able to get a boner to fuck a stranger.
Her
to-
left nipple was perfect. The rest was all.
So
terrible.
after about 5 minutes of just sitting there, this girl just starts fucking Frenching my ear. Just like her tongue is like in my ear. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Then she starts like making out with sucking my neck. And I was like, if this bitch gives me a fucking hickey, like I was kind of like, hey, like calm it down. Like, so I'm just slamming drinks trying to get to the level that I need to be at. Like I think I got a hard
great.
alcohol
This
drink
is
and I
great.
just pounded it down to the bottom. And I was like, I'll take another one of those. And I'm just trying to I'm just trying to get emotionally where I need to be for this to go down.
Yeah.
And so I get pretty drunk, because I'm drinking fast.
And you don't really drink that much.
Yeah, so
often.
I'm feeling this is years ago, by the way. This
Okay.
isn't recent. And so she's like, we were there for like not long at all, like an hour. She's like, you want to go back to my place? I was like, yeah, sure, why not? So we go into her place. She has like a pretty, I want to say like a golden retriever, like a pretty big dog. I'll get to that in a
Oh
minute.
Jesus!
I don't like when girls have dogs and they sleep on the bed.
I hate that.
you can get fleas
Bullshit.
on your dick.
Okay,
Fleas are
Brian,
STD.
Dick fleas?
Brian, just
So
lay out the science talk over there.
So
fucking-
we get in the apartment. This chick's top and bra off in about, I'd say like 20 seconds. Just huge
So the
bombs.
the bombs are out.
How much juice is in the gut?
Gut's not good.
Juice.
It's not good.
It's got a fat belt.
It was being hung. It was being held in by the pants, but you had the big bulge, like. Like,
oh,
Duets in love. Duets in love.
No.
Duets in love.
Just remind me. I have a great story to tell right after this. It's just like
this
this.
girl wasn't huge, but she
Yeah.
definitely was not anywhere near.
what weight are we
Was
talking?
she tall too? Like yours, like high?
No, she wasn't that tall.
Well, give me height
I'm
and
bad.
weight.
I'm bad with chicks' weight.
How tall was she? 5'4", 5'6", 5'8"?
Probably like 5'6".
Okay.
I'll say like
170.
no,
190,
I'd say
200?
lower.
Oh, it's not that. 160.
Probably around that.
Okay.
but
That's
like
not that
but
big.
like a
Okay.
healthy round plumpness.
But kind of
all
she has
around.
some fat shit
Yeah,
going
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Okay,
Fat tits, bit of a gut.
How old was she?
Young 20s.
she have
mid-
Oh,
red
yeah.
hair?
Well, young 20s.
Does she
you
have
still
red
can
hair?
get.
Did she have red hair, bro?
I don't know.
She had red hair, didn't she? Jesus Christ.
You know this girl?
Yes, I think I do.
What, she tell you a story about this?
No,
In
just
Santa
keep going.
Monica?
Just keep going.
Keep going.
It's
What
like
the
your
fuck?
sister.
No. My sister's skinny.
Anyway,
So this chick starts, so she like mounts me.
She try humping
And at
you.
one point, I'm like, in my head, like the voice in my head is like, "What are you doing? Like, you need to get out of here. Like, you're not gonna fuck this girl." And she's doing the thing that every girl does in these situations, like, "We're not gonna fuck," but like once someone says that, they want to fuck you.
Of course.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm just like, "You got to get out of here. This isn't good." Then at one
So
point,
you're making out she's dry humping and you're playing with the beef
then at one
cannons.
point, she starts like laying down on the ground. She's like, "Oh, I'm so drunk," and the dog was like hovering over, her,
licking
with
her
her
tits?
shirt off?
not licking her tits, but then she had some sort of like weird dog treat that may have been like a spray I'm like almost cheese in a can. She starts like feeding the dog over her fingers, and I was like, I gotta get out of here, dude.
No!
Dude, that's
Oh, fuck you.
So then I was like, all right, well, I gotta go. I gotta be up early. I gotta take off. It was good.
Sucking-
seeing ya.
sucking
good
your
sucking
tits.
on your beef
It
cannons.
was good seeing you. And she's like, I gotta walk my dog. And I was like, yeah. So she's like walking her dog like out, like, and I'm just like, all right, well, I gotta go. I just get in my car and I fucking bolt.
Yeah.
The next day,
Why?
I see that I have fucking hickeys on my neck, and I worked at a gym at the time. And like I worked at the front desk, so like everyone coming in. This fucking guy who works there was like, what, like you?
Couldn't you wear like a turtleneck or something?
I couldn't cover it up. But in hindsight, I should have put Band-Aids on, so I like cut myself shaving.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, but
In
everyone knows
hindsight,
what
when
those
she
are.
unleashed the juice in her pants, you should have left the fucking apartment.
What did I mean? The hickeys though were early
Oh, that's
on
true.
from the
Yeah.
bar.
Absolutely
Yeah.
not. Okay.
So, what's your story?
I just thought I might know who that is. I'll ask you after the podcast. Anyway,
I had no clue what her
Okay.
name is.
all right. So when I was in Chicago, my wife and I were friends with these two people that hooked up separately, and they both told horror stories about hooking up with each other, and we never put it together that they had hooked up with each other.
Oh, really?
And like what happened?
They both disliked it.
Well, the girl was upset about it. The guy just hated it. So what happened was this girl used to wear a full body girder, like a
Girdle.
full body girdle to like tuck everything in. Dan, get off Facebook, Dan.
I'm checking
Show
the
some
comments.
respect.
I'm listening to your thing.
Okay.
My thing about that is like it's such a bad move because eventually that's gonna have to come out. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what happened. So like
Like what's her thought process?
So-
Like I'll
so
look good to get him in, and once he's in, he's too far deep.
Yeah, he's hooking up with her. He's like into it or whatever. She's got this full body girdle on. He doesn't know
Like-
that.
like
he doesn't
Spanx.
know.
Oh, he unleashed it.
He
and
doesn't know
I'm
it.
picturing almost like
Oh, they're making it close. She's got a full body Spanx on.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
almost picturing like what Martin Lawrence wore in Big Mama's house, like from the neck down to like the knee.
Wait, you haven't seen like for the midsection.
Yeah,
No, girdle for
no,
the
but
mid-
like
no,
yeah, but the
two-piece.
thighs and everything
Oh,
too.
It's a
you
two
know.
piece, dude.
Yeah.
They have
She's-
like top to hold in the gut and holding your
She's
ass
got a
and
lot
leg.
of. She's basically got a dam with a lot of holes and just trying to.
A
plug
girdle
them
can
up.
look good on a chick with huge fucking tits.
Yeah, but this isn't that.
You're
kind
thinking.
of
You're thinking
girdle.
about like a dominatrix
Yeah.
girdle.
You're
You're
thinking,
thinking-
you're thinking like
that's
a
what I like.
bustier
You're
or
thinking of
something,
like
you
one of those
idiot.
like
That's what I like.
those
Like a
what
leather
Deadwood
bustier.
prostitutes wear. You know?
Yeah.
What I'm saying?
Yeah, we're
No, dude, this is like
We're talking about a fat lady.
tan elastic.
This
underneath
is like
her
a lady
clothes.
who's trying to.
She got this
hide
from her
fat.
doctor because she
Yeah.
has like varicose veins.
Yeah, that's exactly the kind
or
of
she
thing
bought
it
it from
is.
like an infomercial, like 2:00 in the morning.
So
like, yeah.
he goes to the bathroom. He comes out. She's completely naked. She's taking the girdle
And
off,
it's just-
and he's
Oh,
like,
my God.
he's
Everything's
like, it
falling to
looks like
hell.
a different person. He's just like it was like it just exploded, like her skin just exploded.
O'Neill had threw a quarter stick into her asshole.
blow that girdle off.
But anyway, because he's a guy.
Did he fuck her then?
Yeah, he's a guy, so he's like, fuck it.
Oh,
so
he didn't have the willpower of
So
the
he,
Danish.
he fucks her, right? The next morning, she's at his place. The next morning,
Oh,
he-
bad move. He
he-
should have gone to hers so he could leave.
he catches her putting a vial of her depression medication into his
Oh,
medicine
my
cabinet.
God.
Because
And
she's planning on staying over.
And he's like,
moving in forever, it seems
and
like.
he's like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "Well, I figure we'll be seeing a lot more of each other from now on, so I might as
my
well
God.
start leaving some of my meds here." And
How
so
long have
she's
they
just-
known each other?
Like they just
That
met that
night.
night.
Why couldn't she just? It's a vial of medicine. It's not a fucking thing that's hard to move around.
It's not an insulin machine or
When
something.
she-
Not a wheelbarrow.
Or a dialysis machine or whatever the fuck.
When she explained this to you, were you immediately like, "You're a psycho"? Like,
No,
why
I
would
heard
you do
it.
that?
I heard it from the guy first a year before I heard it from her.
But then when she told you, you and your wife, weren't you like, "That's psychotic"?
Well-
like that's really you've really
yeah.
overstepped a boundary.
Well, no,
there?
when she told it, she was like, "Oh, I made all the wrong moves." You know?
you think I should have read that dating manual where it said, "Don't put your fucking
Well,
psycho meds in the
she was
medicine
like,
cabinet."
she was like, I hadn't fucked a guy in 10 years. Like,
Oh!
like,
How old was she?
She was a little,
She was like
she's a little bit
22?
older. She's a little-
What's the
older.
what was the weight on her?
I don't know. She wasn't like. I would say that she was like.
Yeah, but Andrew.
I think neither of the chicks I was with were girdle worthy.
So maybe a little bit more than
I'm just trying to make myself feel better.
Anyway, so like when she told the story, it was just like, oh, you can't believe I did this. Oh, you guys are friends with that guy?
Did she get the medication back, or did she just leave it?
He was like, no, you can't stay here.
Oh, he gave it the denial.
Yeah.
He denied the vial. the vial denial.
Well, because he didn't want, he was like,
get your fucking probes.
he was like, I don't want her like coming over
Get your
here being like,
Lexapro out of
"Where's-
here, you fucking
I need my
piece of
I would have
depression
said, did
medication."
he live in
Put your
like...
girdle on, get your vial, and get out.
I would have said, oh, that's great. And then when she left, I would have opened the window and I would have thrown it at her and hit her in the head with it.
That's the meanest thing in the world. Dude.
Well, that's fucking crazy.
Hey,
Why
this
is
is for your
crazy?
depression, fatso.
It is crazy. But there's something, I went on a date that was crazier than that, where like the worst first impression you can make. I went on a date with this girl who smelled like a man.
What?
She had a fucking,
What does that mean?
She had
Like Old Spice
Dracar
or
Noir?
like
What do you
Axe
mean?
Are
body
you trying
spray?
to, is this a tranny story where you're
No,
like,
no, it's not
my
tranny.
nose was the first to catch it?
It's like she smelled like a dude on her penis.
No, she smelled like what you would imagine a Neanderthal man smells like.
like
she
B.O.?
She
She's right up
like
your alley.
She had like a stink to her that
Like a healthy musk.
No, it was like that raised alarm flags. You know what I'm saying? Like that
When
kinda-
did you notice it?
I noticed it when she
when
made
you were
me.
stroking her back hair.
When you were sucking
You're
your
sucking
dick?
her ball sack.
She made me punch her in the stomach as hard as I could on our first date. And
Is that a joke or is that real?
No, that's real. That's
Oh,
real.
I thought it was a
That's
joke. Time out.
Wait,
time
after
out.
she
Back
gave
it
you a
up.
noogie?
Back it
Time
up.
out. How did you meet this person?
She was in art class with me.
Did she look like a man?
No.
Did you draw her naked ever?
Yes, I did.
Good guess, dude.
But we
So how did you? Who asked
She
you on
had
a
like
date?
a five
She go up to you and say,
head, you know.
"Hey,
A five head?
Yeah,
Like
big
a
forehead.
five finger?
no, big forehead."
Yeah,
five
big
Yeah, but
head.
forehead.
five fingers?
Look at that
on
model.
it?
Look at that model chick.
Like her hair
like-
started a little bit too far
It's like
back.
you have a forehead so big it's a five head. Get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, but I was like,
Ryan doesn't really get it. He's like,
I thought she was kind
Wait, so who asked who? Did she come up to you and she's like, "Hey, DeWitt, you want to go on a date?"
the way
Me's and you should go steady, huh?
"Hey, DeWitt, if you don't go out with me, I'm gonna put you in the fucking jaw." You.
she said, "Do you want to
piece
get
of
coffee?
shit."
Do you want to get coffee? I have something I want to talk to you
And Philly
about."
cheesesteak sandwiches.
So we went and got coffee, and
She's like, "I used to be a man."
Did you notice the smell of coffee?
No, I didn't. She because at this point I was hook, line, and sinker. She was like, I think the most erotic thing you can do is like lick another person's asshole or whatever.
Oh,
Like,
you
it
were-
was-
Oh, she's speaking your language, dude.
And I was like, yes.
Did she tell you
That's amore.
when I was up
And
when
she's
I was
like-
up there posing naked, I just wished that you would run up and started licking my
that's
asshole
what. No,
in front of everybody.
She asked me at that first date. She was like, "Hey, you're a really good artist in art class. Would you consider painting me naked?"
Fucking me.
And I
Oh,
was
just
like,
the two of you.
And I was like, "Yeah, I will fucking definitely do that." Then
She was like,
started
"Right
talking-
here, I'm into public."
Then she started talking about how she loves to have her asshole licked, and I was like, "Oh
Andrew's in
fuck,
love.
man,
Andrew's
this
like-
is fucking." This
Sounds
is
like a
gonna go
lot of my
great,
internet
you know. And then like we're like walking back to her place, like from the coffee house, and then she stops me in this median, like in the middle of the road or whatever, and she's like, "Hey, I want you to hit me in the stomach as hard as
Do you think
can."
she was pregnant, maybe?
Yeah, she's trying to induce an abortion or
And
something.
I was like, I don't want to do that. And she's like, well, if you can't do that, then this date is over.
What?
And I was like, what?
Kick
I
me
was
in the
like-
Jimmy, Beavis and Butthead.
And then I was
style.
like, okay, fine. I was like, I don't want to hurt you. She's like, there's no way you can hurt me. She-
Come on, DeWitt.
Were you
O'Neill's eyes
dating me?
just lit up.
Were you dating me? And so,
Yeah, was this O'Neill in drag? This was the girl I go.
Take a whiff of me
I'm
and
like-
see if that's the same scent.
and
I used to pose naked and tuck my cock in.
I'm looking around. I hope I've not licked your asshole, O'Neill.
Wait, your balls look familiar from behind.
These don't look like pussy lips. These look like
Just keep licking it, DeWitt.
Yeah.
You know what's good
Did
for
she
you?
call you by your last name?
Yeah, she did.
Hey,
Because that's how she talked to me in class. In class, she would
hey,
be like,
DeWitt.
yeah, she'd be
Hey, yo, DeWitt, I want you to punch my asshole.
Hey, you got a hammer? I'm gonna put my tit on the sidewalk. I want you to beat it with this hammer. It won't hurt it at all.
Hey, DeWitt, I want you to curb me real quick, DeWitt, then I'm gonna make out with you with no teeth.
Kick my pussy as hard as you can. You got steel toe boots on?
Put these ice skates on first.
It gets worse. It gets so much worse.
That's
It
the
gets-
best karate kick you got, DeWitt.
My pussy doesn't even hurt.
You took 4 weeks of karate.
So I'm looking around. I don't want anyone to see me do this. You know?
So you're like on a city street.
It's a dangerous move.
Jail, dude.
She could be baiting you.
Yeah, this sounds like
So-
a setup in like Marky Mark Fear when he
So
hits himself in the chest.
I punch her, but I don't punch her hard at all.
Sure,
like, I totally
you say that
phone it
now.
in. I phone it in, right? And then
This wasn't your full knight in armor.
Medieval
She
Renaissance battle thrust.
she goes, that was nothing. And then without warning me, she hits me in the stomach as hard as she can in the middle of the street. In the middle of the fucking street. And I'm not expecting it. I am not expecting it. And I get the fucking wind knocked out of me.
Did you drop to a name?
I'm sitting down, like catching my breath in the middle of this median, and she's like, yeah, that's why guys don't ever fuck with me, because I could beat up most guys. Like she's like amped. She's like all
Like
amped
in
up.
your face?
Like she's all amped up about it. She's like, come on, let's go back to my place. Like she's turned on by
Wait,
it or
this
something.
is your wife, right? We're
No,
talking
this is
Did she ever tell you about how she would go for her annual checkup at the urologist? How did you go to a gynecologist?
How she ruined a popcorn festival.
Did she do the arms outstretched and her head like, what? What? Your face, you're like, leave me alone, I can't breathe.
Did she spit on you at all when you took your knee?
no, but we get back to her
Kicked
place.
him in the stomach.
So we get back to her place.
Why would you go to her place
I
after
don't know.
that?
I did.
He took a punch. He's gonna fuck her. Like, it's
So we
worth
go
it
back to
now.
her place.
Like,
and
were you
then
looking to hate fuck her, like grab her hair?
I just
and really...
listen.
I think at this point you're scared not to fuck her.
And you're going to try and do a real good job, too.
Were you scared of her at that point?
Yeah, I was confused. I was confused at like what was happening.
But kind of into it.
Yeah, I was into it, but then I was
You're
also
like, if this is how she hangs out on the street, what's gonna go on when I get in there?
well, so we get to her room and she's like, "I gotta take a piss. You can watch if you want.
Oh,
You can watch if you want."
now you're back though. Now you're back to being aroused.
I'm not a fan of
Jesus.
girls saying I gotta piss.
So she's like,
Or
I'm
you
a
can
fan of-
watch on the first
I'm
date.
a big fan of them saying if you could watch if you
Yeah,
want.
I'm not into that.
so she's like,
I don't even like the
I love-
noise.
She's
it
like,
makes.
You remember that girl we had squat over that dude's? We broke into his house and we had her squat over his sink. And
I
piss,
wasn't
and we
with
all
you, but I
watched?
know what you're talking
Oh, well,
about.
all right.
so I'm already like, so she's like, she likes to have her ass licked. Bingo. Wants me to paint her naked. Bingo. Like now she wants me to watch her pee. Like everything's okay
but
so
aren't
far.
Isn't the three of that in a row a bingo? Isn't it?
Yeah,
I don't know if just one is
well,
a bingo.
all of them are bingos, but then I'm like weighing like the fact that she's
Sure, they're not
very,
Yahtzees.
she's very aggressive, and she walked.
Real? I don't get that from her.
She
I got
walked,
a very
she
laid
walked
back
like a
vibe.
dude. She walked like, like she walked all fucked up,
Like a gorilla?
Yeah, yeah.
Was this a WNBA player? Like,
I
what
don't
is this
know.
lady's deal?
So
Did she play football growing up?
She sits down on the toilet, and she shits.
I thought she would have stood
Fills
up
the toilet up.
after hearing
Fucking-
this.
She's sitting on a mountain
The-
of shit like
No,
that.
no, no.
Like that colon blow
No.
commercial from SNL.
Let me just say what it is. Like
She stood up and pissed.
she sat down on the toilet, and literally the thickest, heaviest stream of pee like I've ever heard or seen in my life. Like she is just like rifling
What
the
did she?
fucking toilet.
Was she holding the dick down with her
No,
hand?
no, it's just like
Or she have a boner. She had to bend the boner over and sit down.
it was like a super soaker.
It was like a
an
fire
angry
hose
super
going all
soaker. It sounded angry. Her piss sounded angry.
If she had pissed on you, it may have caused injury.
And she's like,
bruises.
It was almost like she could have cut stuff with
like
it.
a civil
Like
rights fire
high
hose,
pressure-
dude.
High pressured liquid cutting.
she was like,
I heard she ice fishes and just pisses and it's
she's like, I hate this toilet seat because I pee so hard that I always get a splatter on the toilet seat.
Get in here and clean it, Dewitt.
with your tongue.
With your tongue and your beard.
So,
Yeah, get your beard down here and mop it up.
so anyway, she stands up and she wipes like in front of me. She's like, "No, you've seen my pussy," and then I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?"
She's
And
like, so you know I'm not a man, right, Dewitt?
Yeah, sign this affidavit.
The doctor made me choose at 7.
Then the gears change completely. She goes, "Look, come on, let me show you my terrarium." Like,
Wait, what's a terrarium?
a terrarium is an
lost me.
aquarium.
It's an aquarium with no animals in it, just plants.
No, it's got reptiles.
Yeah, it has
in it.
reptiles.
Oh,
It's got
okay.
reptiles in it. So she takes me over to this giant
That's-
aquarium.
What was this lady's name? Snake? Ace? What was your
She went by Chris, but it was Christine.
No, dude.
Jennifer.
No.
I'll show you a picture of her. I'll show you her on we're not Facebook
How big
friends,
is her
but,
clit? Like 4 or 5 inches? with foreskin.
It wasn't that big.
Did she later go on to wrestle in the WWE as Chyna?
No, but she was mean.
Was
She's
she
a
jacked?
mean woman.
So did you fuck her?
Yeah,
Was she
later.
muscular?
Like, did you have to twist her dick into a circle, then
No,
fuck that
dude,
circle, or how did you
but,
fuck
like-
her?
I would love to see.
Hey, also,
you had to donut her dick to fuck it.
Another red flag later, though. She said that she goes, I only really orgasm from sex when I'm being fucked in the ass. That's real.
Dude, come on. Why didn't you just go like this? All signs to point to her at one point being a dude, I'm not going to do this.
These are my confessions.
So we're looking at her terrarium, right? And she's like,
her cocktail.
Did she drop a mouse and she's like, watch this fucking snake swallow this mouse?
At what
worse.
point did you enter the coctagon to fight her?
Did you trip on her hemorrhoids at any point, or get them caught under your sandals?
so she's like, I really like animals. That's why I work at a pet store. Like, I love
Oh,
animals.
it's Adrian from Rocky. Beautiful.
I really love animals. And she's like, this is my toad. And she pulls out this toad and she starts to pet it, right? And then it pisses on her. It pisses on her
And then
hand.
she wants to jerk you off?
And she goes, what the fuck? And she just whips it all the way across her apartment.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. I swear to God.
did it hit the wall?
She hits the wall. It's dead. She killed her toad right in front of me.
was it like-
and she just goes, God fucking damn it. And it's just shaking the piss off of
Is
her.
this
or whatever.
a bad
And she's
reference?
like, now eat my ass, DeWitt. Help me take my mind off the death of my favorite toad.
You guys remember the? Do you guys remember the toys? Do you remember the toys from the '80s? You get in the cereal box that you throw against the wall.
Yeah,
Squid, the
dude.
squid
I
thing.
did.
The squid,
That's what I'm picturing.
Okay, so
It flops down the wall. It's all
And then
dead.
there's a pile of dead toads in that one area.
I was completely shocked. I was
And turned on.
completely
And turned on.
shocked. I was completely
you-
shocked.
So let's
But
go over the fun facts here.
You focused on the ass eating to keep going.
She's punched you in the stomach.
No,
She smells like a dude.
She made him punch her, then she punched him.
She smells like a dude.
Pissed really hard and
She
pees on the
pissed
seat,
real
but-
hard.
She
She
killed
showed
the
you her
fucking
dick
toad.
pussy. Killed her toad. Now here we are. The romance is still
and her
going.
hand's covered in frog piss now too.
Yeah,
Did she
got
have really well-defined biceps and stuff?
No, she looked feminine, like naked. She was very woman.
So the doctor did a good job.
Yeah, good kudos.
They
to
were
that
real
doctor.
boobs and stuff. They weren't fake boobs.
Well, you could do that
Hormones.
with hormones.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What
they were
was the
big.
what was
They
the
were
stubble
big.
like on her chest?
They were big. They shouldn't have stubble on her.
Oh,
chest.
she just shaved.
She waxed,
So-
maybe.
Then, like, she was like, "Let's play
Was
it."
she Asian?
She had threading.
How hairy was her asshole?
It was not. It was completely shaved, but it was beefy.
Wait, so wait.
beefy.
Get a beefy, like a leathery fucking.
like a hemorrhoid asshole.
That was like a big brown circle. It was a beefy asshole. Like it was like
Like it had calluses on it for being fucked so much.
It had knuckles.
It had like damage.
She had to be fucked.
Is it
in
like
the
a side?
ass.
You know those like,
She
you know you see those
insisted
great
on
white
being
sharks
fucking-
on Discovery Channel that have all like scarring on the side.
Yeah,
like,
that's what her
getting hit-
asshole looked
getting
like.
hit by boats, like a
teeth
sea
marks
manatee.
and stuff.
She had
like fights with other assholes.
She had barnacle asshole.
Oh fuck! So
Wait, time out.
yeah.
We can't skip over this DVD. You just skip from scene 8 to scene 12. Where do we go from frog death to piss on the hand? What happens after
So she's
that?
like, let's play a trivia game, and we'll make it
What the
interesting.
fuck?
We'll make it interesting. If you lose, you have to eat my ass, and then like
And
you're
if
gonna.
but
you're
she's like,
gonna
if I,
lose
and she's
already.
like, and if you win, you have to eat my ass
While I'm shitting.
and punch me in the mouth.
Oh my god.
So
What was the
anyway,
trivia? Like, hey, how many inches of my biceps do it?
She just
You're
took
wrong,
it-
21.
She just took the trivia cards out of Trivial Pursuit, and we just didn't use the pieces.
And so you lost on purpose
True
because
or
you wanted to
false?
eat her ass.
I just murdered a beloved pet in front of you.
so you ate her ass that
Did
night.
she wash her
yeah,
hands?
yeah.
Yeah, did she wash her hand?
No, she didn't.
And she just left
After she left the frog piss on there.
I think there's probably frog piss
and-
still on there. She
and the
shook
dead
her hands
toad?
a lot. The dead toad was just there all
She
night.
She didn't move it.
It's just on the floor.
So how long did you spend the night?
I didn't spend the night. I stayed until like 1:30.
You
in the
ate her
morning.
ass.
Yeah.
You fuck her?
And she sucked your
No.
dick?
No.
Just ass eating?
Did you eat her ass and beat off at least? Or did you just eat her?
I just beat off and eat her ass. So
You fucking ate a
You
dude's
got
ass.
nothing out of this. You got knocked down to a standing 8 count with
You
a
had to
gut
do
punch.
work while you jerked
was
off.
awesome.
You witnessed a pet murder. And you got
it was
nothing.
also over the weekend. I was staying with my parents on the weekend, And then
You had to go home to your parents after
So-
that?
Look them in the eye.
And at breakfast, your mom's like, Andrew, you got something in your teeth. It's like a log. Looks like an asshole hair.
No, it's a frog leg, Mom. Don't
so
worry about it.
my dad had called my cell phone.
Did you get warts on your dick? Because I know
No,
she grabbed
but
your
that's-
dick.
That's
at some
coming
point.
up. That's coming up. Like my dad had called my cell phone while I was in the bathroom. It was 1:30,
idiotic.
and she answered it, and she was like,
Hey, DeWitt's dad.
and
What's
she's like,
up?
don't worry, I'll send him home safe and sound. Like, that's
Why
what
would
said
you
to
do
my
that?
dad.
This lady's evil.
And my dad was
Christ.
like, "What's wrong?"
This
Like,
lady sounds like a villain from like a Schwarzenegger
like I'm
movie
sure
in the
my
80s.
dad thought like some
What's she
muscular
doing now?
woman was like raping me.
Is
what
she
it
like?
sounds
Is she like a prison boxing champion?
No,
now?
I can't tell you. I can't tell you what she's doing now. I know. I'll tell you off air what she's doing. But like,
What prison is she in? Sing Sing?
But
Can you make it vague
But then,
for our
like,
listeners?
later,
was she in the Hell's Angels?
no, but she like we dated, but she would like
You
fuck-
dated?
We dated
What?
for a while.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Witnessed the murder. You witnessed the fucking murder.
You had some low self-esteem
He's more
going
offended
on.
by
What
that
the
than
fuck
fucking
is going
O'Neill's
on?
Nazi fucking family
Yeah, I
tree,
don't care
dude.
about
But
that.
she
You witnessed the murder. She punched you and you
But she
did,
would-
and
she
she
would-
smelled like a man.
but she would fuck other dudes, and then
On top of this, they would fuck her in the ass.
and then she one day she called me up and
Dude,
she was like,
this is a call to love line. We need to.
she was like,
that commenter was
fuck
right.
listener
Dr.
questions.
Drew,
We need to solve Andrew's
what
fucking.
should I do? I love her.
she was like, I got fucked so hard last night, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, cause she had never like told
She
me.
wanted
any
to
of
talk
this.
shop about getting fucked by other dudes.
she's
How
like-
long did you put up with
No,
that?
did
how
is
long
where
did
I
you
stopped.
cry?
This is
when
where I
she
stopped.
called you, did you open the engagement ring box and be like, nah, I don't know if this is the right one
she
now.
goes-
Did you get her a new toad?
She's like, she called me. She's like, so what's up? I haven't heard from you in a while.
Do it.
And I was like, not much, because I was casually dating her. She wasn't my girlfriend.
Oh,
you know?
now he throws that caveat.
And then,
Oh, so she told you
She
about
was in
fucking
love
other
with
dudes
him. She's like-
to get you to commit
and
to
she's
her?
like,
was
well-
she still throwing the DeWitt
but
out
this
there?
is how she did it. She goes, "Oh, I got fucked so hard last night. It's like I'm bleeding on my period, except it's from my ass." That's what she said.
Oh,
Jesus
My
fucking
God.
Christ,
Oh my
dude.
God.
And then she said that she was worried that she might have genital warts. That
Hey,
she
did
might
you
have
wear a condom?
HPV. What?
No.
Did you wear a condom?
Yeah, I
No.
did. Yeah, I did.
But you ate her out, and you can get it in your throat, and that's worse.
yeah, so what
You
she-
get throat cancer.
Yeah, I know. So I was like freaking out about that. Then she leaves a message on my parents' answering
Just
machine.
kidding, DeWitt.
Where she's like, I went to the doctor and I don't have genital warts.
On
Like-
your parents'
like, On my
machine?
parents'
No way.
machine. On my parents' machine.
What did your parents?
my
fuck?
dad like got the message.
Did your
She
dad
thought
get her and lock her in the cabinet
she-
with the vacuum
she
cleaner?
thought- she thought she was calling my cell phone, but she called my parents.
And then when it was
by
like,
mistake.
you've reached Patty.
No, it's just like you've reached my. It's just my dad saying you've reached and then the number.
Andrew, your
Yeah.
voice sounds so much deeper
So-
on the answer machine.
He plays the message for me and looks at me and then he goes, "All better." like he's like just giving
Jesus,
me shit for it.
But he wasn't
Yeah.
disturbed by.
Yeah, he was disturbed.
Or he knew at that point
He's
what
like,
he had
no,
raised.
He
How old
actually
were
said
you?
to me, I was 19. He was like, "What are you doing running around with this girl?" I used to date
How
a girl.
old was she? Like 30?
No, she was just a couple years older than me.
Frog killer.
But he was like, I used to run around with a girl like that.
Around.
Everyone called her the cockroach because
and now everyone calls her mom.
everyone called her the cockroach because she was disgusting, and you don't need that in your life. All right, you don't need it in your
So you
life.
follow after your old man. You're like, hey,
man
the apple
DeWitt.
didn't far fall
Look at
from
that.
the tree. We both fuck slobs.
Anyway,
All right.
That's
Well, that's.
How do you top
So
that?
if you have listeners, if you have any questions you'd like us to
That's
solve
fucking horrible.
or
we
life
may have
problems,
to have an Andrew DeWitt T-shirt that says "I dated a
I've-
toad killer."
I have more stories about her. I have a ton more stories.
We may have to get into more.
Oh, that's good. This has been like the longest. It's like an hour and a half podcast.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry. I should have started that story.
No, it's
on
fucking.
another
That was
episode.
great. Yeah, we got a new iTunes channel, so subscribe, leave us a 5-star rating and review, and then email us that you did so, and we'll send you a free pack of stickers if you give us your mailing address, which is fucking awesome. Come out and see Ryan O'Neal on Saturday, January 26th, 11 p.m. at the 12 Shiny Nickels show. For more info, go to 12shinynickels.com or facebook.com/12 Shiny Nickels. As always, I've been Dan Bilak along with.
Andrew DeWitt.
Ryan O'Neal.
A bewildered Danish from that story.
We'll talk to you next time.